Hey, what is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. As always, we've got speedrunners here, 218 with us.
You'll never get used to saying my name right first try.
Oh, you know, it would be great if you just dropped the numbers.
Yeah, give me $100,000 and I will.
I dropped the numbers off of my name.
Yeah, your old username had like 9,000 numbers on it.
It was the best 100,028, and it was my high school locker combination. 100028.
Yep.
Anyways, today we are playing a Pokemon that is very strong, and the moveset seems very reminiscent of Scyther, but like everything, it has everything going for it.
Honestly, I feel like Haxorus should have been a Dragon Bug type, just because I know it gets a lot of good bug moves like X-Scissor. Should have been Dragon Bug.
Yeah, so a lot of similarities with Scyther. Ironically, one of the comments for nickname was Scyther.
You're not gonna go with my nickname?
Well, I'm not gonna name it Scyther either. If you're trying to bring...
No, that's not my. My nickname suggestion was Iris because that's her ace from Gen 5 as the champion.
No.
I figured you'd like. It's a 4-letter name.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with Scar and T-Rex.
I hate you.
I know there's that T-Rex with the beard in Pokemon X and Y, I think, but this is pretty close.
Tyrantrum. We should do that at some point.
Yeah,
Flygon should be a Dragon Bug. I agree with that, yeah. Dragon Ground is just not a good type combo. Like, you know how dragons hate ice? Now imagine being 4 times weak to ice, but unlike Dragonite, still get hit with ground moves. Well, Annie, I guess Steve's going with your suggestion then. Annie said Scar was her suggestion.
It was the best of all 3 suggestions.
That would make it. Dragon Bug is not 4 times weak to rock. Oh,
No.
right, has levitate, right. Yep, so we think we were... I was comparing this to Regidrago because I know Regidrago, we also backported Swords or Dragon Dance, but Regidrago had worse attack and worse speed. So I think this thing will end up being better.
I actually think that Dragon specifically is the best type, it's like single type in Generation 2, because it basically has one weakness. Technically, it's weak to Dragon Breath, but nobody uses Dragon Breath. It's weak to Lance's Outrage, but again, he doesn't use Outrage a whole heck of a lot. He usually starts with Thunder Wave, obviously. But the Ice is basically the only relevant weakness.
Yeah, I think this will do really good, and hopefully I won't suck today. Steve kind of called me a front runner. Like, I tend to do really, really good when I'm ahead, but if I'm behind, I make a lot of mistakes. When most people, if they're ahead, they try to keep the lead, but they make mistakes. Or if they're behind, then they become a tryhard.
You know what's
Steve
funny? Scott did exactly that yesterday when he knew I was in the lead, because he was actually asking me a lot where I was.
Yeah.
And he actually skipped the Kanto candies in order to keep up.
Yeah. Well, it's not like... Well, that's different. Like, he chose to skip, like, the Kanto candies. Like, I forgot the Dratini. And it's a common mistake, but in the first run, I didn't do that mistake. Okay, so... let me know when you're ready.
You know, I couldn't help but notice that my background happens to be dark, so it's like it didn't change from yesterday, so I might actually consider changing... Let's see, which file was it?
Wait a minute, let me check
CrossGen.
Let me check. Oh, I have the wrong mapper loaded.
Okay.
I have the Yveltal mapper loaded. I'm pretty sure I sent you the Haxorus mapper, so you should still have it.
Okay, I see where the problem is. I saved it to my desktop and not the folder that was a shortcut on the desktop.
You know, Steve, if you didn't mention that, I would have gotten Dragon Dance. It would have been Oblivion Wing.
Okay.
Alright, now I've got to load. crystal one. If you guys are wondering why it says pound on my overlay, ignore it. I was just testing.
Why is it keep on? I can literally see your thing. It says dragon. Why is it dark?
When you replace the mapper, did you remember to unload the mapper and then manually reload?
No,
it back in? You
no, I
can't
didn't.
press
I did
reload.
not. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, you can't press reload. That'll crash game mode.
Still dark. Okay, well that's.
I think that'll fix itself when it gets in battle.
Let me just load it up real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry,
do you not
guys,
save it at the top anymore?
Save what at the top?
Oh, you do save it at the top. For some reason, mine was no, it's right here. It says dragon. It says oh, type link, grass. Oh, never mind. No, it
Pretty
says
sure I
dragon. It
changed the
says dragon.
cross-gen to be
No,
correct.
okay. Maybe it will fix itself when it loads the game.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
All right. Well, I guess I'm as ready as I will be.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna play on Sunday.
Okay. Well, I picked midnight by accident. Let's hope that doesn't screw anything up.
I don't think it should.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it will either. But we'll
Also,
find out.
hello, Annie, BF Yokai, Blades. You know what? I'm gonna break from tradition from naming its speed. I'm naming this Haxorus Iris.
Oh,
I know it's a male
boy.
Haxorus, but shut up. I'm not having a low attack DB. I'm doing it. Also, I'm gonna. What are you laughing at?
My overlay is so wrong. I have 3 stars. I've got,
Want me to restart
all the
too?
image is Puccietta, but the Rob is correct. The Rob has got Haxorus.
Did you make sure to replace the mapper and the JSON?
I guess not.
I did replace everything,
Oh.
so it's on you.
Oh, I
All
know
right,
what
guys,
I did.
since Scott's not
Remember
here,
when
we can
I
blame Steve now?
okay? Remember when I sent you my mapper file? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the Pucciana file.
You idiot. Yep.
Okay, mapper
Scott's
file.
not here. We get to blame Steve again.
Reload. Okay, let's try this again. Well,
All
that's
right,
a good sign.
ready.
Okay. One more second. I apparently don't have an image either. I just assumed the image would pop up, but I guess it's too late of a generation for the images to already be in there.
It's Gen 5.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I give you all the stuff ahead of time. You're supposed to test these things.
Yeah, that's definitely an oversight on my part. That's okay. Images,
Work-
Gen 5
Moral Tower,
sprites.
Earthbound cover.
This is number 612. Okay. We'll put my own personal GIF in here. 612. Haxorus. There we are. Okay. Let's start over from scratch now.
All right, you ready?
No.
How about now?
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
On the bright side, it's the 1 a.m. like it should be.
The world has been saved.
Yep. Alright, well, I told the mom no, that daylight saving times doesn't exist, but I don't think she believed me.
I don't think Jodo is in era. Well, I'm gonna lose a bit of time compared to. Well, Maybe not, because Steve has to custom name his Pokemon.
Yeah, I
and
named
I'm doing
mine.
it today.
I named mine Scar.
I'm naming Run 1 Haxorus Iris. Hey Steve, Harry Potter showed up.
Oh, nice. He's back.
Yeah. What's a pretty hot take?
If you think about it, Harry Potter and Jesus are kind of similar because Harry Potter also came back from the dead. Not funny, huh?
I don't think he came back from the dead in the books, though. He was knocked out, but if I recall correctly, Voldemort didn't kill Harry, he killed his own Horcrux.
Yeah, but in order to kill the I like to think he died there. And then, you know...
I think it makes more sense, yeah.
No, well,
Terry used my own spells
technically yours probably makes more sense, but I like to think of it as like it was oh, I have a great example. What's that item in Minecraft you can use when you die and you don't die?
Totem of Undying?
Yeah, it's Harry's Totem of Undying, the Horcrux.
Didn't the Queen of England have like a whole inventory of those?
Oh yeah. She just kept throwing them out every year.
Yes, officer. I did see who stole the Cyndaquil. Person was Annie. Annie loves Chikorritas.
Well, Annie, he avoided death at the very beginning. He actually died by Voldemort in the 7th. All right, I'm really getting annoyed at how Hoot Hoot might be the strongest Pokemon in the game.
I'm letting you know, first impression one-shots him.
No, first impression doesn't even do half. I don't know what you're talking about.
I might have crit.
I've faced like 5 Hoot Hoots, and until I hit level 6, they weren't even doing half.
Optimus Prime died.
See, that level 3 Hoot Hoot right there was a 3-shot. All right, you know what? I'm officially running away from all Hoot Hoots.
Dude, I hit it with one first impression and it did 3/4. Are you sure you're not using Bite?
I have a whole stream of proof.
Like, my attack stat is almost double my special attack. Like, I'm pretty sure you were using Bite.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, Scratch... Well, first of all, Scratch is already just as strong as first impression because Hoot Hoot resists bug. But Scratch does half. Why don't you go use Scratch on Hoot Hoot and tell me that it doesn't survive by, like, more than half?
First impression's effective power is actually stronger than Scratch, even if it's resisted.
Yes, I know this. By 5.
Shouldn't your overlay be telling you that?
It does. But I'm trying to make it very clear that Hoot Hoot is the MVP. Holy crap. Hero, man.
Did I accidentally give first impression less accuracy? Because I'm pretty sure that missed. Roseby, how do you keep finishing songs that fast?
Finishing songs?
Yeah, my brother, he makes a lot of, like, game-based music in, like, different sound fonts. I told him to make me this one song in the Earthbound sound font, and he finished it in, like, 5 minutes. What the heck?
I'm thinking that somebody else did it for him.
No. Professional in FL Studio. I mean, you know more than I do, that's for sure.
Maybe somebody else already did it and he found a version online.
He's gonna come over to your stream and attack you now. Actually, you know what was so weird? First impression on resisted foes was like an effective 45 power, Scratch's 40. There were some opponents Scratch actually did more, so I wonder if I actually didn't put first impression properly. Maybe like I gave it 80 power instead of 90? Or something like that. I had to have screwed something. Well, oh well, it's still a good one.
Yeah, I'm not having a great run at the moment.
Oh my god, get out of the way. He's jealous I can do more impressive work than him. I'm sure he's very jealous.
I barely even heard what you said, so I don't know if I can be jealous of something I barely comprehended.
He says you're jealous that he can make better stuff than you.
Stuff? That's so
How am I
vague.
dropping out? I shouldn't be dropping out.
Stuff is such a vague description.
Alright, I think something's on your end. Like, I'm constantly speaking and you somehow can't hear me. Hey, Kiwi. No, I think I did backport it correctly. Yeah, I ran out.
Oh, please. No way. I hit myself 3 times and I beat the Zubat with 1 HP to spare.
Sounds normal to me. What's your problem? Why am I fighting the Paris person?
Coughing so strong.
Hey, wait a minute. Paris is weak to bug.
It's okay. I'm still gonna fight the Caterpie guy. Boy, it's starting to feel real Gen 1 where bug is like not good. Like it's resisted by like everything.
Oh, what?
What happened?
Somehow Bugsy destroyed me.
Oh no. If you were Scott, you would have had to like, oh man, you would have to play a lot of it over again.
Yep. I mean, this is mainly just from the slow level up.
I just saved before Bugsy. Just in case.
Shut up. Wait. Oh, no wonder First Impression wasn't doing much. I forgot Flying Resist Bug.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I just missed twice in a row on Scyther with First Impression. Twice in a row. It says 100 accuracy. That's my concern.
Yeah, I wonder if I coded its accuracy wrong. It is missing a lot. Well, I still have the disassembly. I can just take a peek at it.
You
know what? I'm peeking at it right now.
This is ridiculous. I cannot believe I'm having this many problems with Bugsy.
Alright, I'm taking a look at my disassembly. I think I backported the move wrong. Where is it? Here is the issue.
I just used First Impression and Quick Attack went first.
Yeah, if you both use a priority move, the one with the higher speed wins. Alright, Steve, I did make a mistake. I backported it as 90 power, 90 accuracy.
I see.
Do you want to, like, have this for the second run, or do you want to start over now? What do you want to do?
I think start over now, because I actually want to replay the whole beginning again to arrive at a higher level for Bugsy.
Me too.
I can't believe it. I just got 5 resets on Bugsy.
So yeah, I had a feeling I backported it incorrectly. Let me make sure correct.
I mean, backported correctly or not, like 5 resets on Bugsy. Wow.
I mean, we shouldn't have been getting those misses.
Miss or not, that was still a lot. Actually, Don't know if I want to change my strategy or battle more trainers. I'm not certain yet.
I think we need to battle more trainers. Level 13 is way too low of a level.
Oh, what level was
Didn't
I?
we?
I was 14.
I was level 13.
Oh, and also, my overlay says minus 104 XP. Did I? Oh, I'm using the MVF, not backport. I have my what's it called? My shortcut is
Regular?
for backport and not MVF backport, and I should have a shortcut for MVF backport since I've been using that.
Tough starting moveset. Hey, at least we get that as the egg move. It's just such a shame that Feint Attack and Bite aren't physical in this.
Yep, here it is. It was set to medium fast.
Huh.
Because I was updating
more
my
you should
old
make?
overlay and not updating the MVF overlay. There we go.
Alright, Roseblade. Do... Do Drenched Bluff. From Explores the Sky. Do that one.
Alright. Let's load that up again. ROMs, Haxorus.
Alright.
Restart my timer. Restart, apparently.
Okay.
It remembers the save.
Yeah, it's because the ROM has the same name.
We'll change the frame. Okay, well, I'm ready to start over.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Take 3. Alright, the first one, it was Steve's fault, but the second one was all me. I did backport the move incorrectly, and it's not like it was just some random move at level 70. Like, Steve and I were planning on keeping that move for a while, so it would have greatly affected the run if I didn't fix it.
The sad part is 90 accuracy is not that bad. You don't expect to miss twice in a row when you use a 90 accurate move.
Alright, I'm gonna try the first impression thing on the Hoo-Hoos, because I swear I was doing a lot more damage than
It's
third.
a 3-shot.
Alright, let me find a Hoo-Hoo.
Sometimes, if
Level
you get a
5.
good range, you can 2-shot it, but boy, it's a 3-shot.
Alright, a level 3 Hoo-Doo. It did more than half. And it did more than half, and I was level 5.
Uh-huh. It was a good range.
Okay, I'll do another Hoo-Doo. See, there's one right here. Did exactly half.
Exactly.
Okay, and it's a 3-shot.
Yep, good range, huh?
Okay, maybe I just got good ranges every single time and I never noticed.
It
What is
it
it
was like a
called? Beginner's
3-shot
luck?
like 60% of the time for me.
What's that called again? Beginner's luck?
Yes.
Well, Steve, you can't be mad at me for that now. Remember all those Magnemites?
I'm actually gonna pick up some berries too.
I actually picked up one extra berry in the first run, or the one we had to start over. I'm gonna pick up more berries.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
pick
think
up
a berry for...
There's 4 total, but I'm not gonna pick up the one on the first one because that one is annoyingly out of the way. But I think I'm gonna need both of them for like Falconer's Gym.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one berry for Faulkner, and I kind of want to have a berry for... What's it? It's Bugsy. I think a berry will help.
Dang it, me. I went right by the berry guy's house. I had to go back down again.
Give me 3 more so I can spend time on them too. How quickly do you make this stuff? Oh my god. How long are the tracks? Like 20 seconds? Or are you making them like 2 minutes? Like, how are you making them that fast? You're quick. Yeah, no. I mean, I listen. A lot of the stuff you make does sound really good. So I'm honestly just impressed. All right, let's see.
Oh my god, these grass encounters are killing me. Oh my god. I just got Gen 1's grass guide. There's a guy blocking Dark Cave. Kind of blocking Dark Cave. He walked right in front of me outside of the grass, and then I turned right, and then he walked in front of me again.
Hey, Steve, since we know Bugsy is going to be a huge issue, what do you think of doing Sprout Tower first?
No.
Because I feel like Bugsy was just pretty inconsistent. Like, I mean, the alternative would be like other trainers. You know what? I think just for playthrough 1, I will do Sprout Tower.
Okay.
Annie, he names himself that just because he thinks it's funny. Ask him. Why did I pick that up?
Names himself what?
Steve.
What's so funny about my name?
So generic. Like, I know 100 Steves.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool. It's a name without any numbers or like extra added X's in front of it.
Hey, I didn't make my account in 2016, so I don't have the X's on.
Quite frankly, I was quite surprised it was available. So many names. Like, everything you can think of is, like, freaking taken.
You are basically SpongeBob asking, want to see me do it again, you fast RBG. Do you have 3 more yet? I have a notepad. Oh, man, you're actually serious. Let's see.
Now that you're already in the middle of Bellsprout Tower, I can tell you my strategy. It's not do extra trainers. I'm just going to pick up Swift.
Let me know how that goes.
Barry plus Swift is basically the only change in strategy.
Let's see. I think for the first one, you should do Amp Planes. Second, I think you should do... I don't know, Steve. You got any ideas?
For what?
Do you have like a piece of video game like music that you want my brother to make? He makes it. He can make it in a different game sound format. He just wants ideas. Maybe he can make some for you to use for your stream or something.
I don't understand the concept. What's the difference between him making it and me just downloading it?
It won't get There's no risk of copyright claims.
How could anybody possibly guarantee that?
Because he makes them himself. Like, basically, like, you take like...
Okay, actually, I have a great example.
You take like a song. I was about to
you know my 151 like remix video?
Yeah.
Well, how it's like it doesn't really sound at all like the original.
Yeah.
It's got that like sounds. Anyways, that got copywritten claimed as well. Anyways, I don't understand how what you're doing is going to change that.
Okay, so let me word it better. Like, you can basically take like a piece of game music from, let's say, Elden Ring, and he can give it the sound font used by Mario Kart, and it'll make it sound like the Elden Ring music is inside of Mario Kart. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he uses like another game's instrumentals to make it. Like, it'll sound very unique, and you'll recognize it at the same time.
So you're saying he's just overlapping two soundtracks?
He's basically recreating another game's song from scratch with a different set of instruments. That's basically what it is.
I'll have to talk about this after the stream. I don't understand at all what you mean. I can't even visualize it because I don't think you're explaining it very well.
Well, I died to the rocket grunt. I hit myself. Steve's jinxed it. He says he kept hitting himself on the rocket grunt, and it just happened. Yeah, why don't you go to his stream and explain it? Maybe you can word it better.
It's fine. It can do it after the stream. We don't need to fill up the chat.
What chat? I mean, do you have any chatters over there right now?
No, pretty much just Annie. Okay, well, here's the added benefit of me accidentally battling the Slowpoke trainer. I went and I picked up Swift, but now I don't need Swift because I have Slash. But so
did Swift help you for Bugsy?
I mean, it didn't matter because I was level 15 because I battled the trainers in the gym, brought me to 15. 15 got Slash. So having Swift was irrelevant. I just needed to battle one more trainer.
Well, I fought the trainers in Sprout Tower, didn't fight anybody else. I'm in Bugsy's gym right now, and I'm almost 15.
Right,
so I
right.
think you and I are roughly tied.
Yeah, but those are level 2 and 3 trainers. They're almost irrelevant. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying that.
Here's the thing.
Wild Pokemon in Union Cave are just as good as those trainers.
Well, here's the main difference. Like, I mean, yeah, that one 2 Caterpie guy's bad, but I mean, those Bellsprouts are mostly level 3s, but you have to fight
the
7 of them in a row,
final
and they get much higher in level.
The final floor guys, those are the ones that matter.
Yeah.
Anything before that does not matter.
But the point is, all the training is very close together, too.
I just caught a Psyduck. Oh my god, there's a Paris. Well, I knocked it out.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
you should get one of those.
Bite knocked it out. I had to use my weakest move. Bite was clearly the weakest move by far.
Honestly, Rosebud, you might have to think of some of your own tracks. I can't think of any more to ask for. You just keep making them too fast.
So, does this mean I don't need Krabby and I don't need Dratini?
What'd you catch, Psyduck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need Krabby or Dratini if you get Psyduck.
Interesting.
Sure, it's not a situation that pops up that much.
Yeah, it's a situation that pops up never. It's happened so little. I'm still not entirely sure. So it skips both Krabby and Dratini.
Yeah, it gets all the water HMs plus strength.
Okay.
Oh crap! I'm rewinding that.
Okay.
I talked to the Farfetch'd on the wrong side, and it just messed up the puzzle.
That's hilarious. I don't think I've ever made a mistake on Farfetch'd.
No, I pressed down a tiny bit too early, and I talked to him from the top instead of the right-hand side.
Darn it. I literally just thought of it. Scott told me that I should be going to the underground from the top floor, not the bottom. Darn it.
I mean, I mainly like going down there just because the trainers are good training, but if you don't need the training, that's honestly a waste of... Well, since I have Flash, I may as well use it. Oh, right. Paris actually learns Flash.
If anybody wonders why I said no to Outrage, it's a special move, and that's really all I need to mention. It's a special move, and I can confuse myself if I don't knock him out quick enough. And also, look at my attack stat versus my special attack stat. Even if it is 145 power, it's still a special move.
I like how your main reasoning was it's a special move instead of I can hit myself and I get locked into it. Like, that wasn't your main concern. Your main concern was the fact that it was special. So if it was physical, you would have been fine with it then.
Yes, if it was physical, if it was Thrash, I would have kept it. Because it would have been good for random trainers. But as a
I get
special
that.
move, it's not even good for regular trainers.
So, Roseblade, Harry Potter is suggesting The Sims X Super Smash Brothers. I don't know what that track is, but I'm sure you can look it up.
So I don't know if well, I'll let Speed know what I'm doing on the second run, but I'm doing something that I thought of when I looked at the moveset.
I got a +1. Take that.
Oh my god. What is with the NPCs blocking me this run? Holy crap. It's happened so often.
Hey, Steve, you know how you kept mentioning, like, when you talk to the director, you could dig out of the hideout thing? You can actually dig out. You can actually escape rope out of the area where those trainers are, too.
I don't know why you keep on bringing something up that is literally so incredibly common sense to me that I didn't mention it because I didn't think it was a thing to mention. Like, that's how common sense that is for me specifically.
So, you mean you've done it every single run?
If I have dig and escape rope, I've done it since the very beginning. Like the beginning, like Lugia
No.
beginning, my first ever
Okay.
crystal run.
Clearly
beginning.
not understanding me. Not the... No, I meant, like, the area where you get the coin case. You could pick up the coin case, then escape rope out. You can actually escape rope from there.
Well, why would I want to? That saves me
Might
like
save you some
10
back walking.
steps and would cost me a lot of money in the beginning of the game. Money's kind of crucial. But I do understand
Okay, I
you are
feel like
mentioning you are mentioning something that I was not thinking of.
Okay, I'm making a lot of mistakes in this. The mill tank was destroying me with rollout. It was at low health, but instead of using first impression, I kept using flash.
Dang it! Scott literally told me that I just go through the grass, and I didn't do it again. I am not doing anything that Scott literally told me to do. On the bright side, I got past drowsy guy, so there is that.
Well, that's an interesting thing I just did. I beat Whitney before talking to the Sudowoodo girl.
I have done that, and I felt actually quite bad when I've done it.
I do feel kind of bad for doing that, yeah.
Interesting. Can anybody bring up what my next physical move that I might possibly get? Because at the current moment... Oh, you know what? It's going to be Dragon Dance. Will be my fourth move. I was like, I've got 3 physical moves right now. What is my fourth move?
I should honestly stop using the bike on this route. I need to do a better job avoiding the spinners. Dude! Hey! I'm not mad anymore, if I can catch it.
Interesting. I got hit by Sand Attack, and I literally had Swift and didn't use it.
I hate this game.
What's wrong?
I stepped... You know when you, like, accidentally step in, like, one corner of the grass and you encounter something?
All the time. I do it all the time.
I did that. No, I did that, and I encountered a Psyduck, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I weakened it, used all my Pokeballs, and I didn't even catch it, so it was a waste of time.
Ouch. But my
if I had caught it, I wouldn't have been upset.
I it's so embarrassing. I'm sure, like, Boss KO can, like, attest for it. I clip the corner of the grass so much, and I get battles from it, like, every time.
Okay, I've been playing horribly these last few times. Hey, another Abra.
Did you know Ghastly double resists first impression?
Yes, it's a bug move. They double resist bug.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, defeating that bug catcher is definitely way better, although you'd have to pass by the Voltorb twice.
So there is no such thing as a Gen 1 miss, correct?
I don't know. Is this Gen 1 to you?
I don't know. But there's definitely no such thing as the Gen 1 miss, right? Okay, I had 1 PP of a move and 1 Pokemon to use it against. And the move was
And it
100%
missed.
accurate. Because if I didn't use that move, I would have had to use first impression on Ghastly, and that would have sucked. I'm looking at your moveset, and it looks like you did not do the move that I did. So this will be interesting.
What, you taught Scary Face?
No, I got a trump card move. What? I guess I shouldn't call it a trump card. It's a move that I was like, I don't think Speed's gonna think of this. It might help.
Did you get rollout?
Nope.
Headbutt the whole time?
Nope. It worked. My little Hail Mary play worked. Did everything I needed to do.
If I actually guess it, will you tell me, or
yes,
you just
yes,
lie
I will.
and say
I
no?
will. You were real close when you said roll out. You had the right thought, the wrong move.
Did you get Rock Smash?
No.
Oh.
You're in the area.
TMs at this point.
You are literally in the area.
There's not even many TMs at this point. Wait a minute. Did you get Dig?
Yes. Got Dig for
there
Morty.
We go. Oh, I was just gonna use Feint Attack.
I don't know if that'll be. I don't think that'll be strong enough.
I'll let you know. I'll test it against these Ghastlies.
What the heck? I just put Krabby in red, and it didn't go in the lure ball.
Well, I got some good news. Level 24, you got Crunch. No need to use Bite.
I understood. I saw the Crunch, and I purposely declined it. I was like, Swift is better than Crunch.
If I end up telling you Crunch one-shots all of Morty's Pokemon but Gengar, are you going to still stick with Dig?
Well, yes, because of the better coverage for the mid-game. It's still good physical coverage that I'm going to have, and you're not.
I am going to say Crunch does not one-shot Haunter until you're level 25. I was 24, and then one of them lived at like 1 HP. I'm going to try...
What?
No, heal
for more. How? Meryl survived a slash from this beastly of a monster.
Slow level up, group.
I mean, 147 attack was still not strong enough to go past Meryl.
Didn't you and I just make like a formula the other day to convert a slow level up Smooth's Pokemon stats to like a medium fast? Like,
yes, and if you 0.9 it, think of any medium fast or medium slow Pokemon that it's still comparable to, even after nerfing it. Oh, right, I just realized I had the Psyduck. Darn it, I still caught the Krabby.
You're complaining that you caught the Psyduck. I encountered it and I failed it.
Yeah, but now it's only there for Waterfall.
Krabby can't even learn Waterfall.
Right, but I'm saying Psyduck now only exists to basically be a...
yeah, I get it.
Yeah. All right, so this is actually going to be the hardest area for a while. If there's anything I learned from the Tyranitar run, that the fighting gym is not easy. We don't have a weakness to fighting, but you saw that high jump kick. It hurt a lot.
Interesting. Krabby actually died to a slash.
Well, yeah, I used Swift. It survived on a sliver with Swift.
Wait a minute. I don't even have Pokeballs anyway. I ran out of them on the Psyduck.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That definitely makes up for me accidentally catching Krabby and I didn't need it.
Okay, how am I playing so bad lately? Like, my mind is just not in the right place.
I mean, you're talking more.
And I keep getting flabbergasted by all sorts of things people are telling me.
Darn, I was looking at my inventory.
Oh my god.
I had a potion. Darn. Okay, how many dragon dances should I set up for Chuck?
Dig might honestly be the worth it just for Jasmine.
Yeah, I knew
And
that.
Chuck, Morty. I mean, you talked about Morty. It is good with Crunch. It's extra risky. I will say it's extra risky.
I think Dig is 100% the better play in every scenario. It's like, okay, so here, let me give you an example of like this situation. Would you rather do Agatha with Psychic, or would you rather do it with Earthquake? Exactly. Both of them are good
Earthquake
choices.
Can't even hit the Golbat.
I said Agatha in Gen 1.
Yeah, she has a Golbat.
Okay, but in general, like the as a thought experiment, would you rather go into Agatha with Psychic or Earthquake? Both of them are good against all our Psychic types.
Depends on the Pokemon itself.
I feel like you're purposely trying to sandbag. They're both good moves. Yes, Crunch and Dig are both good moves, but Psychic uses this higher special of Agatha's Pokemon.
Yeah, I get that.
I just had to use I'm going against the red Gyarados right now, and I used a super potion to make sure that I wouldn't lose because I had like 30 HP. By the way, I might as well just go ahead and tell you since you're so far behind. I used 5 Dragon Dances on Primeape, and I one-shot the Poliwrath. I don't know if I needed all 5, but I can tell you that 5 was enough. Overpowered. Yes, it may have been overpowered. It may have been the right amount of power, because remember, Hypnosis, scary. You don't want
it is, yeah.
You don't want your battle with Chuck to go down to I got hit by Hypnosis, when you could easily just set up on Primeape.
Dude, how did Mankey survive that?
I really like this is one of those runs where I'm utilizing move types I don't generally use at all, and my overlay is really, really helping me understand which moves are good and which ones aren't.
I'll try just 4. Well, I crit the Primeape anyway. And the Poliwrath. Oh my god. I think I got Gen 1 Clash.
Nice. I just now realized I haven't picked up Return yet. I generally pick up Return right after Chuck. I kind of did like the math, and like before Chuck, like Headbutt, Flinch. So like Return is
forgot the Spearow.
Oh my god, why are you sandbagging yourself so hard?
I don't know what's going on.
You remember your whole I'm gonna put Dratini in the overlay? Maybe you need to put Spearow in the overlay.
No, that almost never happens. It's only happened like 3 times, and 2 of them were in the last 2 runs.
Hey, there's gonna be a fourth run. There could be a chance you miss it again. But anyways, back to the headbutt thing. So from like quick calculations, headbutt is 70 power and Return is typically 75 power by the time you get to Chuck. But obviously the flinch chance is worth that extra 5 power. But after Chuck, you're doing slightly more because you're gonna level up in the gym most likely. So like Return might be like 78 power by the time you're done with the gym. So it's like the perfect time of like, hey, I'm getting Fly. I'll pick up all my punches and Return right after Chuck. Like, it's just a good marriage.
No, I want Dig. Somebody needs to take this run out behind the barn and shoot it.
It could have been worse. We could have had the first run with Bugsy. Oh my god, my game is frozen. Oh, there we go. Ooh, like frozen. Ooh. That's 3 seconds I'll never get back.
Oh, look at this guy, worried about 3 seconds.
Well, here's the thing. It might freeze again. I don't know why it froze.
Maybe a graphical card thing.
Hmm. Hey, do you know if Psyduck has a ice move? Not Psyduck. Sorry. It's Seal.
On Price,
Yeah,
all of his Pokemon have Icy Wind. All of them do.
that's unfortunate.
All right, I'm gonna teach Dig. I would have just screwed myself if I continued on without Dig, so I'm just gonna get it right now. All right, I'm gonna go do Jasmine.
All right. So
How is
Seal.
she for
Oh,
you?
Seal has Aurora Beam and Icy Wind. Oh, he used
Hey, I
two
was
Icy
correct.
Winds. How dare he? Now I'm gonna be slower than all of the rest of his. Are you serious? What? Oh, Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance, you are awesome. I totally forgot about the speed increases. I literally was just
Wow.
flabbergasted when I got double speed dropped from Icy Wind and I still outsped.
Wonder if I should have. No, don't equip the berry here. Wow. Okay.
Well, that was interesting. So, you know the guy in the lighthouse who blocks, who sits right next to an ether?
Yeah.
Did you know that if you walk down one space and then right one space, so you're one space above the ladder, he will not see you? So that means he will only see you if you are directly in front of him.
I knew he can see you if you fall down the wrong spot in the hole.
Did you know that
All right.
Steelix does 3/4 of your damage with Iron Tail?
Yeah, I tried to do early Jasmine before Price, just since I was in the area. If it gets one defense drop with Iron Tail, it will two-shot you. But I wonder if it's worth having because like for Lance, we're just gonna use Dragon Dances and Sweep and outspeed everything. I wonder if it'd be worth using the Paralysis Berry for Jasmine so we can get one free setup on the Magnum. So we don't have to set up on the Steelix. Or at least as much setup on the Like, I'll use one Dragon Dance on the Magnemite, cure the Paralysis, defeat the second one, and then on the other Steelix, I'll use one Dragon Dance and it'll two-shot with Dig.
Yeah,
if you
I
only
can't
have
think of a
one, it's a
consistent
three-shot.
strategy because what I just did is not going to happen again. So what I did was I used Dig and found it did like a third. So I'm like, okay, I'll use Dragon Dance. And then I used Dragon Dance and then he knocked me down to a fourth from full HP. And then I got a crit on the next Dig. So really it went down to, was the Steelix going to... The Steelix basically has to miss an Iron Tail. I think I'm still going to go with that strategy because I think pulling an Ike or a Scott and overtraining just so I don't die consistently doesn't feel like the right strategy. I think just making sure that he misses one time is the right strategy.
Making Jasmine miss one Iron Tail, that's not a strat you want to rely on.
But the thing is, the Steelix is a 3-shot, and after the second dig, it will not put it in Hyper Potion range. So it just needs to miss one Iron Tail.
What I'm planning to do is use my Paralysis Cure Berry and set up once on Magnemite, and then a second time on the Steelix.
Now, do you think the top rocket, the one with the 6 Weezings, I should probably set up a Dragon Dance?
No.
I don't think Dig's gonna knock him out.
No. You never want to set up on those things. They're gonna smoke screen you.
I know, but it might be if I can't one-shot it with Dig, then I'm gonna feel like an idiot.
I mean, unless you're willing to accept the risk, but like...
All right, well, let's find out. It one-shots. Okay.
Yeah, I've tried using like one setup on like the first coffin before, and I've gotten it really bad before. Just Ike your way through. I can't really do that. Actually, I'm not Iking my way through anything. I'm pulling a speed.
See, I
consistent.
recognized that there was absolutely no way I was going to defeat the Weezing with a dig, so I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll get the slash crit, and that might knock it out. I did get the slash crit, still didn't knock out the Weezing.
Okay, that is actually even more funny.
Cool.
I talked to the first Electrode and I ran away like it's a normal Pokemon.
And did it work?
No, it's still there.
Oh, I was going to say, because I could have sworn running away would work.
It doesn't.
Well, I knew it would still be there, but I was like, I'm pretty sure you can actually run from them.
Alright, so something I'm going to start doing when I'm in the hideout before I use an escape rope, I'm going to teach Krabby Whirlpool right away because I've always had a problem of forgetting to do it until it's too late.
I just want to point this
So
out.
hopefully doing that'll work.
Hey, Annie. Night block blocked another link.
Nightbot.
The guy posted best viewers on, and then it was star because it got blocked. I'm telling you, man.
All right,
Nightbot, it's worth every penny because it's
you
worth
don't even pay for it.
Exactly, it's worth $0. It's perfect.
So if it's worth every penny and it costs no pennies, then technically it's not worth it.
Okay, well we don't need any philosophers in the house.
I'm gonna try my paralysis cure berry strat because my plan for Lance is just to set up on Gyarados. All right, get one setup for free on the Magnemite. All right, I'm level 34. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna two-shot the Steelix at this point, so I'm gonna use a second one, and then dig. Does about half. It did miss that Iron Tail, but even if it hit me, as long as it didn't crit, I would have won. So this strat is pretty consistent.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think your strat is way better because I could just use Dragon Dance on Lance. I mean, I can survive Hydro Pump. I mean, I resist water.
I mean, that is kind of what I said.
I could just go
Set
like
up on the Gyarados.
Like I could probably get to +4 on Lance and one-shot everything. Not sure about +3, but definitely +4.
Really? Don't you hate it when you're trying... Oh, I was about to... You're probably not going to have this problem, but don't you hate it when you're trying to fly somewhere and you overshot it by 1 and you fly to a different town?
I do that all the time in Kanto. I fly to Pallet instead of Viridian so much. How dare you try and glare me, Arbok?
Well, at least I have some good background music for my stream to have a more chill environment.
Oh my god. You do not knock out Vileplume.
With what, Dig?
Oh, no, with Return.
Oh, I still have Slash right now.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I saved myself some... I just used Slash until I ran out of Slash PP, and then I just taught over it. To save myself some ethers.
I guess Return is more powerful right now, but...
It is, but I figured it was worth it. Time-wise. It's worth it time-wise.
Are there any vitamins I know I'm gonna need for the late game? Can't think. I'm wondering if I could like combine it with a vitamin trip, but I don't need vitamins at all, I don't think. Dragon Pulse. Get rid of First Impression.
Did you and Scott say that you walk in the water to go around Zatu guy?
Scott said no. That Zatu guy's actually a predictable spin. He just told me that.
Oh, right. I just went into the water to
So,
go around him because it's a guarantee if you just go in the water.
so, honestly, I'm thinking I'm not going to use my bike in places with a high density of spinners, like the route to the national park, or that one route with the Zatu guy. I think I'm just not going to use my bike on those routes, at least until I get past the spinner. Like, I'll probably get back on my bike once I'm inside the cave.
By the way, I think that's another reason. I do think that the bike, in fact, helped against Scott. I watched him, and his overworlding was real good. I think that was kind of the reason why he was able to keep up with me, is his overworlding was real good, which I guess makes sense if you think about it, because the bike is going to result in worse overworlding in general. So I can see why he thinks that both of them are basically the same, but I think that essentially if I don't use the bike, then I have to be perfect overworlding. But if I do use the bike, I have the higher upside of the better overworlding.
I think you're overthinking. Cool.
I can tell you right now that I do not one-shot Seadra.
I might end up resetting this rival attempt. I just realized going into the fight, I have 0 slashes, and all I have are Dragon Pulse. So hopefully I can beat him with just Dragon Pulse. Also, you know what's dumb? When Dragon Pulse was introduced, it was a 90 power, but starting in Gen 6, they lowered it to 85. And this is the Scarlet and Violet Haxorus, so I had to use the weaker Dragon Pulse.
All right, one level lower Dragonair. Let's see. Oh, I do one-shot the one level lower Dragonair, but I'm going to save anyways. All right, higher level Dragonairs. Yep, one shot. We're good.
I'm just playing to play at this point.
Oh my god, you cannot be serious. I just lost to Claire because her Dragon Breath paralyzed me, and obviously that allowed her to go first.
On the Kendra?
Yeah.
Are the Dragonairs one-shots?
It was on the first attempt. On my second attempt, the second Dragonair lived.
So you're saying I should get the pink bow?
I have the pink bow.
What level are you?
42. Okay, well, the Dragonairs were 3 one-shots on the next attempt. I think it's just an extremely low chance range that the Dragonairs live. So low.
Use return on them, right?
Yes. So low a chance that I think it's still just worth not over preparing for.
Honestly, I wonder if using Stab Dragon Pulse might work on him, but then again, our special attack's horrible.
Quite frankly, if we go with your strategy on
Yasmin.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go get the second Paralyzed Cure Berry, which is not out of the realm of possibility. Well, it's just annoying.
Who would you use that second berry for?
Well, Claire, I just mentioned.
But you said her Dragonairs were one-shots, so how are they paralyzed?
Okay, so 5 out of 6 of them were one-shots.
Okay.
And it guaranteed, well, I shouldn't say guaranteed, but it paralyzed me, and then obviously I lost to Kingdra.
Well, since I don't have return, I'm going to have to go through the elevator. Why did I think TMs were on the 4th?
I definitely... What do I want to PP up?
Everything.
My moveset's pretty set in stone right now. I don't... Like, return is like the only thing I can conceivably PP up, and like, I don't generally run out of returns.
Let's see. I'm holding on to return and dragon. I don't think there's any other good moves we get past level 40, like ones that like we care about. I know we get Swords Dance, but I think Dragon Dance will just be better.
I think Swords Dance, it's okay, but I mean, Dragon Dance does the same thing. It just requires more turns. So I mean, Sorry. I think Dragon Dance has the higher upside.
Well,
It just
yeah, you
requires
get
extra
speed,
turns,
too.
which isn't that big of a deal.
Well,
And
the
it's not-
extra speed too could also help a
yeah,
lot.
that's why I'm saying, like, I shouldn't say all the extra speed matters, but the first Dragon Dance's speed matters. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's definitely a good chance that Espeon and Pikachu will outspeed you.
All right, I'm not going to use the bike for you. Darn it, I knew that was not the right time to move, and I still move. If you're trying to pause buffer them, if they turn clockwise and they're looking to the right, wait one more frame. 'Cause that means as soon as you walk in front of them, they're about to do that.
I'm not good with predictable spinners. I'm just not.
Well, they go clockwise.
I constantly overthink them.
Well, they go clockwise.
All right. Now,
I don't think any predictable spinner goes counterclockwise. I think it's always clockwise.
does the optional rival give me enough XP to go one full level like every single run? 'Cause if it does, then I'll get 2 levels. Because I'm 143 away from another level. Oh wow, finally a Pokemon to use first impression on. Sneasel.
Honestly, I think teaching Dragon Pulse might have been a mistake.
Oh, I already knew that. I already told you
thought,
that special moves are dead to me.
I know, but like, whenever I backward move, I'm gonna give it a chance, you know? It could help with something.
358 XP? Are you serious? All right, one wild encounter. Interesting. I did one wild encounter. It was a Graveler. I used Dig and it blew up.
Annie, I actually would have loved to backport Draco Meteor, but the problem is it doesn't. It's only a TM move. Like if it got Draco Meteor by TM, I would 100% find a good use for it.
You guys will probably think that's a questionable decision that I just made. People are reviewing. Trust me, I don't think it's that questionable.
Why, Kiwi? Why are you saying Dragon Pulse is useless to almost all dragons? Like, a lot of dragons benefit from that. Like, if you're a special attacking dragon type, you want Dragon Pulse. If you're a physical one, you want Dragon Claw. So, like, why are you saying that's a useless move? I don't get it.
Do you think I could knock out Hitmontop in one hit?
Maybe.
Thing always survives.
All right, level 43 with Pink Bow. One shot. One shot.
I guess.
One shot.
Okay. Oh, you're level 43. I bet you that's enough to make it a one shot every time.
You were 42, right?
Yeah, I was 42. And like I said,
it
I think
might
it was
have been
the lowest range. Actually, I think your damage rounding threshold was just like, boosted enough where it's probably guaranteed one shots. What did you do? What did you do extra?
Spinners.
Makes sense.
Dratini.
Oh, I just used Dig on Onyx, and Onyx has Earthquake.
That's funny. Dratini, teeny.
What are you talking about?
Dratini. Now I didn't forget it. I just had to say its name a million times.
I think Dratini isn't that hard to forget.
Shut up.
I mean, you could have just, had a Psyduck like me.
Can someone slap this guy?
Can you believe this? But I just used Swords Dance on Karen, and she used Sand Attack and then missed.
Wait a minute. You have both Dragon Dance and Swords Dance?
Well,
or did you delete Sword?
First impression's useless.
You were talking about... What the...
First impression's pretty useless.
Are you sure it won't help with Karen?
I'm fairly confident you don't really need first impression. I think return and dig is enough for like the game.
Because you had to do a setup on Karen's Umbreon, right? You had to like use the Swords Dance or something. Yeah. What I wonder, I can't test this because I don't have the move.
What have you used first impression on, and what do you foresee first impression being useful on?
I don't have a way to test this, but I wonder if it can one-shot the Umbreon without setup.
Oh, that would have been a reason to keep first impression. That's interesting.
I don't have a way to test
I saw the first, I saw it, and I was like, okay, well, I was like, but what is bug useful on? Like, I thought about that at the beginning of the run, and I'm like, nothing. So I'm like, okay, well, that'll...
There's also Sabrina, half of Erica.
No, return is good enough on all of them.
I recall times of Mr. Mime or Espeon surviving returns.
Yeah, but the other question is, what can they do in return? And the answer is nothing. So I was like, I'm gonna have Swords Dance and Dragon Dance, and I'm just gonna figure out what's better.
Every single time I choose not to save for the rival, he always screws me. Every time I choose not to save. Every time. First impression does not have a secondary effect. No, it's just a priority move. Apparently, like, you can't use it if it on the first turn in the new games, but I didn't bother backporting that part.
Yes. I tapped into the power of Ike.
Oh, it's identical to Fake Out. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I read that online too, but because Fake Out doesn't exist in this game, he can't really copy the effect of Fake Out, so it's actually more of a Mach Punch quick attack for us.
Wait a minute. First impression would actually help a lot for Will, because I don't think Returnal one-shot Executor.
Okay, that is true. That is true. It did not one-shot Executor.
What about Slowbro?
I think it did for Slow. Oh, actually, I don't remember.
Did you have first impression for Will?
You know what? I didn't worry about it. Will can't beat you.
I know, but like...
I mean, I understand that you're trying to think, oh, what are all of these matchups that it's good on? And you got to ask yourself, are the matchups hard?
Your strat is Ike.
Well, no. My strat is use return on everything.
I need a... Here.
I don't know how I disconnected, but I disconnected, but it's back.
Oh, on OBS, I've dropped no frames, actually, so I think I found the right number.
I haven't dropped frames either, but I just disconnected for some reason.
At least you know it's not a Wi-Fi yet.
Right, up, down.
I think I should have Dragon Danced the Hitmontop.
Yeah, the Hitmontop is one of those Pokemon like Noctowl that just like kind of always survives. Kind of crazy.
I did save for Bruna. Yep.
Like, you don't think of Hitmontop as like strong in any way, but for some reason it is.
Are you on track for the under? No.
I think Hitmontop probably has more defensive stats than both Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, because Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee always seem to be easy, but for some reason Hitmontop always seems to survive. Can anybody confirm that?
I'm pretty sure Hitmontop has the defense of Hitmonchan and the special defense of both of them. Wow, I just crit the... okay, now I'm doing extracts. Return one-shot the Umbreon.
Oh, well, I had a Swords Dance that.
I'm still pretty sure first impression will one-shot it.
See, I know...
so I'll hold on to it.
See, the thing is, I knew that there was probably a good chance I wouldn't one-shot Umbreon, but the thing is, I definitely knew I was not going to one-shot the Vileplume, so it became a no-brainer, and I had to ask myself, which move has the higher likelihood of one-shotting Vileplume? And I was like, well, I'm not sure 50% attack is going to be enough to one-shot Vileplume, so that's why I went with Swords Dance. I did not know if I would outspeed Gengar, though, but I think I did.
Honestly, even if you don't find the speed thing helpful, I still think it's overall slower to just teach Swords Dance, like, because you have to, like, go through the menu of, like, choosing which move to delete, plus you would have to...
Now that...
like, if you're only going to use Swords Dance one time versus 2 Dragon Dances, like, you're going to... Like, I mean, it's going to cost a teensy bit more time each of those times, but think of the amount of time it costs to actually teach the move.
Now that you're done with the league, I will definitely mention that I did all my rare candies at the start, like before Will. That's why I emphasized that I wanted to level up.
Why did you wait for me to finish the league to say that so I wouldn't copy you?
Yes.
Makes.
So the reason why I used all my rare candies is I figured that Red would actually be quite easy with Swords Dance and Dragon Dance. I was like, if one of them wasn't going to work, I had both strategies. So I figured...
I was about to say, why do you have both?
I figured if Swords Dance was better, I'd use Swords Dance. If Dragon Dance was better, I'd use Dragon Dance. So I figured there's no way I'm going to have a hard Red. So I figured I might as well just go ahead and make Karen a lot easier by using all my rare candies and hopefully outspeeding everything. Or not just Karen, like just in general, make the whole league easier.
Why did I do that?
So who knows? If I have a hard Red, you could probably still have a chance of winning.
You're not going to have a hard Red.
Well, you have first impression. I don't.
No, I don't.
Oh, I just looked over. You have Dragon Balls. That's hilarious.
Dude, do you not listen when I explain these things?
I just assumed you kept the physical move because you apparently didn't listen to me.
Dude, no, you're not listening to me either.
But you didn't listen to me when I said that special moves were dead to me. I guess they weren't dead to you.
I told you, like, whenever I backboard a move, I want to at least try and see if it can help anywhere. So I'll give it a chance. But here's the thing I also mentioned. When I was talking about, like, could first impression one-shot the Umbreon? And I said right after that, I cannot try that right now, but I can try that in the next run.
Ah.
Okay, both of us seem to have a listening problem, I guess.
Well, it's not hard to not hear things when you're playing the game.
I get that.
Because quite frankly, the only way I lose this is if I mess this up. And losing first impression is one of the ways I could have messed this run up. But it sounds like you also made the problem. So I quite frankly don't think there's any way I can lose this.
Well, when you were talking about, like, where could first impression be useful, I was also thinking the same thing because I no longer had it.
Yeah. It's just I don't think it's going to be useful for Red. But you know what? Technically... first impression is a strat. So think about this, all right? You could curse, and with priority first impression, you could still knock out all of Red's Pokemon.
Why? You do know that Charizard 4 times resists Bug, right?
You know, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's one error.
Well, you also resist Fire Blast Flamethrower, so does it really matter?
Also, I'm letting you know with Return, Tangela is not a one-shot. So is Blossom.
Regardless.
Yeah, first impression would have helped with Erica.
Regardless, I don't think really anything is gonna, like, screw me up. I think this is just we're going through the motions. I'm gonna win. We got this. I don't know how I'm gonna win, but somehow I won.
I don't know. I'm gonna win. Yeah, you're probably you probably already returned the machine part by now.
Oh, dude, I haven't just returned the machine part. I'm at Janine.
Yeah. So look at you saying, I think I'm gonna win.
Well, quite frankly, I'm pretty sure you sabotaged yourself at some point. I just don't know when that point was.
That point was when, let's see, what were those points? Well, I wouldn't say not getting dig because that was like a secret strat you thought of. I'm not going to count that. It was me forgetting the Spearow.
I wouldn't call it a
Again.
secret strat because you could have come up with the same strat.
I don't really like taking dig into account because of how weak the move is.
I agree. So by
And
the
I
way,
was just thinking, 80 power crunch.
this Pokemon is way worse than the one we just did yesterday, Yveltal, because I mean we're almost an hour in, and I'm quite frankly not that close to red.
So what I was saying was, crud. What was I saying?
That dig was out of the way.
See, oh, dig, yeah. I was saying, like, crunch also does work for Morty. The problem is it's risky. Like, even at level 25, the Haunter still has a chance at surviving. I mean, I still won my first attempt, but it was really risky. So, plus, since dig helps with Jasmine, dig will be worth it. I just didn't think that far ahead.
Okay, well, you know what? Every single time I go against Brock, I always get surprised that the Omastar has Protect. Every time.
I always forget that too when I try to use dig on it.
Right.
It's kind of funny. But honestly, Earthquake kind of feels more out of the way than dig, just because dig in Gen 2 tends to be more useful than Earthquake. Because not many Pokemon really need Earthquake that late in the game. Not many Pokemon do, but a lot of Pokemon could use early dig.
You have just reminded me. I didn't pick up Earthquake.
I didn't either. I just skipped it. I assumed you did too.
I don't understand how I skipped it. I guess I just have Gen 1 in the mind where, you know, it's not an improvement in Gen 1. So it's just out of sight, out of mind.
Why do you need it? Why would you need Earthquake? Like, you have to go down the thing.
I can tell you right now that it would have been an improvement for Brock.
What would you do if I told you Omastar is neutral to first impression?
Makes sense. Omastar is neutral to a lot of things.
Well, most people forget that Rock is not resisted to bug. I fought Misty first thing after I returned the machine part. I am not going to forget Misty again.
You guys are wondering why I didn't super repel there. It's because I want one more encounter.
My screen tore a bit.
Holy crap. That is a really high level. The Golbat in the Mount Silver area are level 40, which is higher than Koga's. Or Koga's Crobat, I think.
I've got enough dig. Its location is bad, but dig's power is worse than Thunder. Well, here's the thing. The main reason a bunch of Pokemon could use early dig is mainly a way to deal with Morty. But what I've seen a lot of other people's runs do is, like, if you need hidden power ground throughout the run, I've seen people just skip dig, then go get hidden power and teleport back. But honestly, that could just be slower overall. Like, you should just get it while you're gonna do the Gyarados. Because not many Pokemon are so desperate they need hidden power that early in the game. Like, most Pokemon that I remember needing hidden power, they usually didn't need it until the Elite Four, like hidden power Ice for Lance, for example. Like, not many Pokemon need hidden power that early.
Alright,
Mainly
let's find out. 65 it is. Let's do this. Not gonna lie, I didn't think Pikachu would use Thunder. I actually thought that it would use Quick Attack.
Dude, he always uses Thunder.
Yeah, but I figured he used Quick Attack because we resisted electricity.
You do know it's a stab Thunder, right?
I understand, but I understand that good AI would see it as... would see it
What do
as
you think?
resisted.
The AI does not care about that. It just sees what will do more damage.
Gen 1 AI
Like
would have
what will
cared.
do more. Yeah,
103
what would
to
have done
25.
like what would have done more damage? Like a stab, resisted thunder, or a 40 base power quick attack.
Let's see.
Like
What
here's the thing,
are the
Thunder's
results?
120.
Oh, I
Thunder's
got the mid.
120.
That's unfortunate.
Like, let's see. How am I gonna say this? Like, Thunder's 120, stab is 180. Cut that in two because it resisted. It's 90.
I'm
It's-
not
It's
like this like
it's more than
arguing. I'm
double.
just saying
more than
that
double quick attack.
Gen 1 wouldn't have cared. Gen 1 would have used quick attack.
But you weren't talking about Gen 1. You were like, man, I'm surprised he didn't use quick attack. This ain't Gen 1.
Hey, look, you got an encounter in the water. They fixed the
My
encounter
repel
rate
ran
in
out.
there.
My repel ran out and I went like 5 steps.
Yeah, they fixed the encounter rate because in Gen 1, the encounter rate in that water is so incredibly low that you just don't get encounters. Theoretically, on every single run we pretty much ever played, even though we're using a repel, generally the level 40 tentacle could have shown up. It's so incredibly low, the chance that you'll get the level 40 tentacle, and also so incredibly low that you get an encounter in the water in general, that it basically doesn't exist.
I actually got the level 41 in the last like 5 blue runs. One of those I got a level 40 10.
I'm just saying, like, it's happened to me like one time in like 100 runs.
Yeah, first impression also could help with the Eggator here, but I'm setting up anyway, so
I also lied
really
to
wouldn't
you.
matter too
I had first impression the whole time, and I just had
All right,
Swords Dance instead of Dragon Dance.
I'm muting you from the call. I can't take this.
I didn't use it if it makes you feel any better. I think oh my god, he did mute himself. He muted my audio too. He did the full mute. Okay. Well, I guess this is a good time as any to go to the restroom because it'll be a little while before he finishes. All right. So if anybody is still watching my stream, even though you can't hear speed anymore, I will explain why I picked Swords Dance. The reason I picked Swords Dance over Dragon Dance is because I saw that Haxorus had 97 speed. Now, 97 speed is not a lot, especially for a slow level up group Pokemon. However, Yveltal from yesterday's run had 99 speed. So it's like these are basically identical. So I went to the red battle and saw that in my second run where I was level 63, so it was basically minimum battles, and I didn't really like use a lot of candies. I had 204 speed for that battle. And as I know that I think I need 180 speed in order to outspeed the fastest member of Red's team. So if I'm like, okay, well, I'm two speed slower, you knock off 2 speed, I'm still gonna be way above 180 speed. So even if I were to skip all the training in the entire game and even skipped a candy or two. So I was like, all right, well, I guess there's absolutely no reason to increase my speed. So Swords Dance was just gonna be better in every scenario. And that was my reason. Quite frankly, I don't think it really mattered. Basically, it pretty much resulted in myself using essentially 2 less moves on Gyarados and like 3 less moves on Red. But who knows? I could have gotten paralyzed by Pikachu in those 3 less moves. And if I had gotten paralyzed, 1/4 speed is probably still too slow to outspeed his whole team. Even if you are +6 and then you divide that by 4, you know, that's just, I don't think you would outspeed his whole team. I guess maybe you would outspeed his whole team. Quite frankly, I don't want to do the math. That's a lot of math. Oh my god, and he got paralyzed. That's hilarious. First turd paralyzed too. This is great. On the bright side, he'll know all of my secrets. Actually, no. He won't know. He won't know the Swords Dance secret because he wasn't listening to me. Oh man. Now it makes me wonder if anybody will tell him the reason why. Oh, this is great. He's not using his rare candies, or he didn't pick them up, because he's 5 levels lower than me. I'll just go ahead and message. Holy crap. Interesting. Interesting. So we are technically streaming together now? Is that how that works? Oh well. I'll figure out how that works later. I don't think he's seen my message about candies, has he? Oh, he did. Okay. Does he have any emotes? I guess not, but I can use some of my emotes. It's not a good emote. Yeah, I did win, Andrew. I actually won by a significant margin. Some of the battles I kind of lucked my way through, like I don't want to say I lucked my way through Jasmine, but I did get a crit on Dig, so I guess that was kind of lucky. But yeah, I understand that the Jasmine battle could have gone better. Same thing with Claire. I think Claire could have gone better. I think I'm just gonna use a rare candy next time on Claire. So being level 43 will make all the difference on Claire and make it a guarantee, so I don't get that one reset on being hit by just not knocking out her Dragonair. So just explaining, probably the only thing I'm going to do different in the second run is probably rare candy before Claire. Unfortunately, you didn't hear my explanation for why I chose Swords Dance over Dragon Dance, since you muted. And I guess you won't hear it now.
Yeah, I muted because you straight up lied about my moves. You straight up lied.
True.
You had me thinking that since you didn't have first impression, you weren't able to test these ranges. But
I didn't use
you
it.
just straight up lied about your moveset.
I kept it, didn't use it. I used first impression once in Kanto, and it was Blue's Executor, and that was it. The whole Kanto region.
Then why were you telling me you got rid of it?
I wanted you to feel better about yourself.
You just made me more pissed off.
Oh, interesting.
Seriously, that wasn't cool.
Well, I wanted you to feel better about your Dragon Pulse decision.
No, you knew how much I hated having Dragon Pulse. Could have just said I kept in first impression. Could have just straight up said that. Like, be honest with your moveset at least. I won't be mad at you for saying you kept a move.
Well, it didn't matter. But I guess I'll tell you now since you probably are interested, unless you're not.
Why did you keep Sword Stance?
All right. So I noticed that Haxorus had 97 speed, which is not very fast, as you probably already know, especially for Gen 2. But Yveltal had 99 speed yesterday. So I watched my own video and looked at my second run where I was level 63 and basically skipped everything except for I took half the candies at the end. Well, sorry, I took all the candies before Lance-ish area. And I found out that at level 63, I had 204 speed. So I figured even if I used all my candies super early and everything, I would be a higher level, if not already 63. So at 97 speed, I was going to be faster than everything on Red's team. So speed was irrelevant. So if speed was irrelevant, I was like, okay, well, I could get paralyzed on Pikachu. So I might as well take half the amount of turns in setup.
So you're saying speed became irrelevant starting 44? 44 is when you get access to it, unless you plan to keep both for most of the game, which I'm not sure why you would.
Speed wasn't really relevant the whole run. At no point was I like, oh man, I got outsped and that really sucked. At no point did I think that. I may have been outsped by stuff. I was probably outsped by Aerodactyl, but it didn't matter.
Well, even though this first run went horrible, it still got a 111, which is still a good second run time by most. I think this can get a really good time.
Well, I think there's a pretty solid chance that I can get under 103, thanks to you mentioning that Claire was a 43. Level 43 was guaranteed one-shots. And then also the battle with...
Not a guaranteed one-shot, no. What I said was at 43, you gotta equip the Paralysis Cure Berry, get one free setup on the Magnemite, defeat the first two Magnemite, and then you get your second Dragon Dance on the Steelix, and then two-shot it. You can't set up
I
both
said
on
Claire.
Because he does damage. Oh, Claire, I thought you said Jasmine.
Yeah. Your strategy for Jasmine was what I was going to go with next.
Oh, oops. But yeah, 43, Pink Bow returns, good. Oh my god, Rosebud, you... All four, oh my god.
Oh, interesting. I don't know when it happened, but apparently I have the Hariyama move set up.
Yeah, this second run, I'm just not going to talk as much. Like, I can't keep playing this horribly. It's not good for myself. I need to focus.
I'm probably still going to make the mistakes that Scott would have helped with. So the mistakes that I did were I should be going in through the north entrance of the underground tunnel, and I should be going to the cut tree instead of the park. But because I'm picking up Dig, I should only do that the second time. Other than that, I think I did pretty good.
Well, let me know when you're ready.
Oh, right. Up again.
Yes. Can we just both promise each other, like, no lying about our moveset?
I didn't feel like it was a big omission.
I mean, when you straight up tell me, oh, you got rid of that move, but you secretly never did, like, you don't need to do that.
I don't know how that affects your run in any way.
Remember how upset I was for not having first impression anymore because I deleted it for Dragon Pulse? And you're like, oh, I don't have it. I got rid of that too. And you just straight up lied.
Yeah.
Oh, let me know when you're ready.
All right, hold on. I just reset my over-under. I actually did the exact same over-under. Because you got 111, it showed me that if things go very badly for me, there's definitely a good possibility it could go over 106. Because I did get some luck involved. So, there were a handful of slash crits that were kind of good. Relevant, especially in Chuck's gym. So, I'm not sure what problems I could run into that I just didn't. But anyways, I am now ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so yeah, I'm just not gonna be talking.
I mean, you can still talk. You can just talk less. You don't want me to carry the whole conversation, do you?
I mean, you already do it anyway, so go ahead.
I mean, kind of hard. But I will
Not gonna nickname.
try. Okay, well, I'm gonna nickname T-Rex. Man, those letters are really far apart.
Get the hyphen.
No, I definitely forgot the hyphen. Oh, come on. I'm running away from all hoot hoots. They're not worth it. Really?
Honestly, I'm gonna run.
Another one?
I'm gonna. Man, 1 second delays on Discord really throw me off a lot. So I'm gonna skip fighting any wild Pokemon. I'm still gonna do the Sprout Tower.
Oh, that's where
'Cause
you
I
lost
did-
all your time in the first run. I completely forgot you did that.
Early game, yeah, but like when I did the Sprout Tower and I skipped most of the other spinners, by the time I entered his gym, I was like half a level 15. So I have to be 15.
I think I'm gonna grab all 3 berries. I think that will be the absolute most consistent strategy, is just grab all 3 berries.
But you can only have 1 berry equipped.
Yes, but I can use multiple berries in Falconer's gym, and then on hold on, I'm renaming Speed. There we are. Then the one on Bugsy. Definitely the highest upside, because I'm actually having really bad encounter luck. And by bad encounter luck, I mean good encounter luck.
Funny.
I'm level
It's
5.
just, I don't think wild Pokemon here are worth it either, because like they're fine if they're 1 hits, but like they're taking like 2 hits on average.
Yeah, that's why
Sometimes
I'm running
more
away
than
from the hoot hoots, because they're definite 3 shots. I have seen like 6 hoot hoots. This is ridiculous. I'm just turned level 3 and I'm battling the youngster. Alright, well, this is gonna make for a really scary Bugsy's gym. Falconer's gym. I'm level like low 6, and like I swear. Okay, thankfully there's another Poliwag before I hit the city. Oh, I don't have your stream up. Holy crap, I closed your stream in general. Just give me a second.
Man,
Okay.
even you were upset. So you just like, you know what, I ain't watching, guy.
No,
He muted
I
me.
closed it because I was talking about like the move set, and instead of moving it to the other screen, I closed it. All right, so if there's anything I learned from the first run, I'm gonna Leer the Spearow. Yep, made a big difference. All right. Other question is, should I? Oh, I should have leered the Pidgey. Oh well.
I feel like what you're doing early on is just you're making the first gym extra risky.
I'm using leers. I'm making it opposite of risky.
I mean, it can still make the fight more risky because if you think about it, you're spending more time for the opponent's gonna have more time to hit you, which could be more critical hits, or he could use a
I would
Mud
agree
Slap.
with you if those hits were Mud Slap, but they're not Mud Slap. Also, I had a berry, so I finished with 19 HP remaining.
Well, I may be a bit behind for now, but I know you still have to do more training.
Now the question is, do I consider grabbing Swift again? I'm probably just gonna end up battling all the trainers in the well, not all of them, but battle a lot of the trainers in the cave, and that will just make up for getting Slash early instead of Swift.
Route 111, Drench Bluff, and Plains, and Dark Matter Phase 2. Oh, Dark Matter Phase 2. What's the one I used to have as my intro? I think it was Phase 1.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
it
that
might have
means.
been Phase 1. I'm talking to Roseblade. I'm not talking to you.
Oh. I was like, phase 1? You mean before Lance?
He's talking about what music he's made so far since the stream started.
Oh. I've seen 2 Bellsprouts. That is actually quite rare.
If only you could skip this token guy. Shut up.
Only had a good move against Onyx. Otherwise... Oh, wait. Oh, no. First impression's physical.
Wow. Final patch.
Alright. I know Bite's gonna be weak. Oh, it didn't lock out the level 6 Geodude. That is so weak.
Well, I'm gonna have to get the Oddish. I know Scott mentioned the Sandshrew in this cave, but I am not gonna go through this cave repelless.
I
Nice.
I have used a repel, yes. I also picked up the potion in the middle of the cave. Wait a second, you're leaving the cave? You did the Bellsprout. How?
Yeah. I did the Bellsprout trainers, and I didn't even do anybody in that cave.
Oh, you did nobody in the cave. Got it. That's why.
Yeah, we did our training in different places.
Still feel like I must have done something else wrong. Must have been the wild Pokemon I battled. That
I
had.
didn't battle any wild Pokemon either.
Yeah, that had to have been it. Well, no, I did battle all wild Pokemon, except for Hoot Hoots.
And I feel like Hoot are worth more XP.
Well, they're not when there's real time consuming.
If I do all of Bugsy's trainers, I think I'm going to get to him at level 14. Not best position. I mean, if I had encountered one of those spinners, I'd probably be close to 15. We'll see how much I know the Beedrill guy's in there. The Beedrill guy gives a lot of XP.
I'm surprised you were able to get around Geodude guy.
I do a lot of pause buffering.
Interesting.
But he's a random spinner, so it's not even guaranteed to work. I just do it because better than going blindly.
Oh, here's an easy way of getting to Bugsy at 15. I completely and utterly didn't even think of this. I could have just not did all of those battles. The Rival. I could have just battled Rival 2 first.
That would have been a better idea, but
That was a better idea than everything.
these trainers are here.
Bummer.
I mean, a bunch of these trainers in here are mandatory anyway. Alright, that should be enough.
I wonder if I can get around
Got
this spinner. Yeah.
I didn't pick up an extra berry.
Holy crap! I got around Bugsy's spinner. I can't remember the last time I've ever done that.
Slash. Well, we're effectively dead heat now. And all we did was just do our training at different spots.
All right, I've beaten Bugsy, and I actually forgot to use the berry.
Well, I guess you did beat the rival.
Oh right, the rival.
So
That
you're
won't-
ahead by like 20 seconds,
That
I
won't
guess.
take you long at all.
No, I've got Feint Attack and Slash. I'll be fine.
Oh, do you have Bellsprout?
No, I have to get an Oddish.
Yeah, that's okay. I knew there was somewhere that that did cost me time.
Alright, I believe it's 8 escape ropes and 7 repels. I think it was 7.
Oh right, I guess I could have. I'll have dig on me the whole run. I could have done it with less. Oh well. I bought all 10.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I just realized that. Oops. Come on, get me a Psyduck. Come on, you know you want to.
That's
Hey,
unfortunate.
Psyduck. Feint attack. I killed it. Dude, I got it. How have I done that? How have I done that twice?
The cave is so weak. Or sorry, the forest is so weak. No, actually, you know what? It is a cave. It's a cave. It's a cave
forest. You can
forest.
escape rope out of it.
Yeah, it's a cave forest.
All right, got the Psyduck.
Hey, I feel like you know that sign that says Ilex Forest is a cave. Prove me wrong. The meme.
Dude, how have I found 3 Psyduck and no Oddish? There's an Oddish. Alright, I've got 2 Pokeballs and a Lure Ball. First try.
1 friendship? Really? You know, what's kind of funny, I've been kind of staying clear away from first impression because I've been treating it like it's not a 100% accurate move.
Yeah, I accidentally encountered the Bulbasaur girl.
What?
You know the one girl on that route who will like call you for a leaf stone? I battled her by mistake.
I literally have no idea who you're talking about.
It's the girl in the grass.
I'm sorry. I cannot recall a trainer with a Bulbasaur.
It's the girl in the grass. There's only one trainer in that grass. Oh, well, I'm not going to explain it.
Yeah, I understand. I'm drawing a blank.
You'll just have to know where that is.
It's okay. Slash could knock out Vulpix? Jeez.
Why didn't I use First Impression on those Slowpoke? I, for some reason, thought it would have been better to use Slash.
I think I might leer the Miltank. When I get there.
I seem to always for this guy. This Diggle guy, I pretty much consider him a mandatory trainer.
I also walked in front of the spinners. Just like, I just walked right in front of him. I just like, kind of like, just do it. Just do it already. You know you want to.
We'll say the bike is super useful for getting big.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't teach it.
Dude, I knew I was forgetting something.
You didn't teach it either?
No, I remembered the Spearow, I got the bike, I got the coin case, but I forgot the Abra. That's... Oh well, I didn't lose that much.
Miltank's a 2-shot with Leer.
I just 3-shot it with First Impression last time. I'm freaking broke.
I guess that is the same.
Okay, you know what? Okay, you know what? I just realized. When I was buying those escape ropes, using the remainder of your money to buy 4 potions, don't do it. It's an awful idea. You straight up will
no.
You will not for the reason you say. You say it's because like no man needs to buy potions, but no. If you buy the potions, you'll always be like 400 short on getting the Abra. So I'm just gonna not buy potions there ever again.
Well, potions are useless in this game because you can pick up a lot of super potions. You can pick up one right next to the girl in Slowpoke Well.
Yeah,
you can pick one up in the underground.
It's never enough though. I need more than just 3 potions.
I can only think of 2 off the top of my head.
I mean, if I had more money to work with, then I would still buy them, but getting them that early is just a death sentence. So I'm just not going to buy them at that point.
Aha! Got around Drowsy Guy. Feel good about it. It's a shame you have to heal here in Eckerteak. I'd love to not talk to Bill once.
I still went through the park.
I went through the park the first time, like and then the second time, like I did it. I remembered.
Honestly, one of my main problems is I like to try and avoid that Voltorb spinner, but if you go that other way, you have to pass him time. I don't like giving myself extra chances to counter spinners. It's the whole reason I developed that fight, don't go to pewter right away. Like, go straight down. It's just so there's less times I pass that 3 Beedrill guy. You just found it to be a time save for a different reason.
The sad part is my strategy for Karen is still going to be set up because I'm still not entirely sure I can one-shot the rest of her team, even if I do knock out Umbreon with first impression. So I think it's just less risky.
Wait. So wait a minute, you claimed like you've had first impression the whole time, but you never thought of using it on Umbreon?
Well, why would I? Because then I can't knock out Vileplume.
Alright, do I need to heal?
I
need to teach Dig.
Vileplume's bulky, man.
It is. Good thing I looked at my moveset that I was like, alright, I'm about to fight the rival. Do I need to heal? And then I looked at my PP, looked good, and then I realized Dig wasn't. It was a good thing I looked.
I mentioned teaching Dig, and I could have sworn you should have thought it when I mentioned teaching it.
You know when I focus on a run, I mute out a lot of stuff?
Aha, I did not teach Crunch like last time. I kept Leer for some reason.
Why did I use Dig on Bayleaf? Why did I think that was a good idea?
The world may never know. You know why I say that all the time, right? You know what that's from?
That Tootsie Pop commercial?
Yep.
Actually, I'm still going to use Feint Attack for these Ghastly just to save Dig.
That would be smart, actually. Probably should have considered that. Well, my strategy is to just battle the first guy, then go back and heal. Yep.
Oh, thank you, Soundbite Roseblade. Sorry I didn't mention it. I pressed up.
It's so nice being able to knock out Gengar.
Alright, do you know if Dig one-shots Gengar?
Yes.
Okay, no need to save then.
Yep, guaranteed 4 one-shots.
You lied to me.
What?
That Gengar did not... That Gengar lived in red health.
What? I one-shot it in both runs. I shit you not.
What level were you?
25-ish?
I think it might have been a damage rounding thing. I was 24 on the Gengar, then after I became 25. So I think damage rounding mattered there.
Well, I mean, that's a really solid level for damage rounding too. 24 to 25.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another instance damage rounding actually mattered.
So it's like the Claire thing. Interesting.
Yeah. But it's okay. He didn't put me to sleep or anything.
That was lucky.
I think he just used Mean Look. You know what's funny? With Scott, I looked at his overlay software to see like how he patches his runs to do his own attempts. To actually make it harder, he coded the AI to basically never use Mean Look, just to make Morty harder. Like, he wanted more of a challenge from Crystal, so he took it to himself to make it harder. I just find that kind of funny.
I like to think of that as the Two-Face from Batman, because Two-Face is famous for flipping a coin for a person getting to live or die, but his coin is double heads. So for Morty, it's double heads on hypnosis.
You repel. Nice. It skipped the girl.
How are you in the water already? Did you already talk to Jasmine?
Yep.
What?
I didn't have to catch the Krabby.
Oh. Yep, that'll do it.
I found the Psyduck. That's how you were ahead of me early game. The Hitmonchan used Ice Punch and it did like 10 damage.
That girl's not a spinner. I'm allowed to rewind. The water girl from the left.
Yeah. Honestly, in most runs, even though I could rewind that because she wasn't a spinner, I just accept the results most of the time. I usually only do that like if we're near the end and it's coming to the wire. That's when I generally do it. I need to use an Ether on Slash. Unless I want it. You know what? No, I'm gonna Dragon Dance first impression. Fighting doesn't resist bug.
I'm actually the dragon
I'm
dancing
gonna put a Bitterberry.
as well.
One, 2, 3, 4.
That's not how it goes.
Wait. Oh, it does resist it. Okay. So I'm gonna need to use a couple of extra.
You forgot the
Really?
because that's how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
For some reason, I actually should have lost that run. I decided not to use an Ether on Slash because I'm like, you know what? I have first impression. Fighting doesn't resist bug. Spoiler alert, it does resist bug.
I just used Slash in the whole gym.
I would have too, but I ran out. I was going to use an Ether, but I'm like, you know what? I have first impression. It'll be fine. It doesn't resist it.
I got to plus
But no,
4
it did.
for Poliwrath, and I got the crit anyway, so kind of feels bad.
No, that was just from me not knowing.
Interesting. You flew to a very different area than I'm flying.
What do you mean? I flew to Ekrutik to go to the Lake of Rage.
Yep, that's not where I went.
Where else could you even go?
Goldenrod.
Oh, you're getting return.
Yep.
I'm just gonna do that when I'm done with the Rocket Hideout. Slash is still good. Plus, it's got the crits, you know.
Well, I picked up the
I'm
other
just gonna
super
get it when I'm
potion.
done.
Since you love super potions so much, I picked the one up on the island, the middle island.
What? Middle Island?
Middle island between Ekrutik and Mahogany. There's a super potion right on the island. It's in a ball shape too. It's like hard to miss.
Island? Between... Oh, that. Yeah, okay.
What would you call
I
that?
actually almost never get that. Because in most runs, I would have bought the potion by now. Oh, your phone died? Well, welcome back.
I almost lost to the Gyarados because I had 45 HP. Turns out, turn 2, it used Leer.
Alright, I'm rewinding that. I was trying to go up in the stairs. I was too far to the right by 1, and I landed on one of those spaces that triggers wild moves. So I rewinded that, because I've never done that before.
Did you know there's an item in like the middle one?
I actually did, because remember we had to study that map?
Yeah, well, I mean, just because you studied that map does not mean that item is very easily missable.
Oh, Steve, remember when I was trying to show you that randomizer thing, Archipelago, I was talking to you about?
Mm-hmm.
You could actually use it just to do single-player randomizers by yourself with just one game. And I think if we did it for Crystal, it would actually be better than the one last time, because it wouldn't just, like, shuffle key items with key items. It, like, everything's on the table.
For
Or
Gen
no, that's
1.
Gen 1 I'm thinking.
Yeah, it would
That's
have been
Gen 1
better,
I'm
you're
thinking.
right.
Yeah, it would have been a better way to play Gen 1 rando, but Gen 2 would have been roughly the same. Oh, and here's one difference. The logic wouldn't have been broken.
We don't know that. We absolutely do not know that.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Oh wait, actually, you know what? I will teach return now, because if I teach return now, there's a chance I might be able to knock out the electrodes when I get there. I don't believe the electrodes were... Oh, wait. No, they were one-shots. This is the last run where they weren't one-shots. The Yveltal. However you pronounce it.
I like to pronounce it Yveltal because Y sounds a lot like an E most of the time, like it's a wannabe vowel. But apparently some people say Yvelt. Like, yeah, the Y as in, like, yes. Yeah. I don't know. Alright, teach Whirlpool.
I don't know how you're so far ahead. I'm battling the executive.
The one with the Murkrow?
Just the one near the Ultra Ball. Yeah, the Murkrow one.
Oh. Oh.
Right, and now I have to battle the rocket outside.
Yveltal? No, that is not how you pronounce that. I like how I couldn't put in first impression because of the character limit, but there's just enough space to say first impress.
I have truly no idea how you're so far ahead. I'm battling the executives in front of the electrodes, and I have a 0 reset run where I haven't really been doing anything wrong.
I have 0 resets too.
Right, but I don't understand how you're so far ahead. It doesn't make any sense. I haven't I even consider it a relatively decent overworlding with bike.
Honestly, I'm trying to merge some of my own bike strategies with some of Scott's suggestions. I'm only trying to use the bike in like very long open routes. Like if I'm inside a town, I'm not going to use a bike, but if I'm on a route, I'll use it. So like I'm trying to use the bike in less places. I still think it's overall better. I'm just trying to learn the more optimal place. Okay, Dang, I deserve that. I don't think I saved either.
Really sick.
I can only blame that Jasmine loss on myself. Oh, I did save. I can only blame that loss on myself because I told myself I was going to do a strategy and I didn't end up doing it. Okay, Dragon Dance. Then Dig. Plus, I didn't even heal anyway. What the... Alright, then I use a second. I just crit.
Not cool, bro.
Yeah, that would have been a second reset and then I would have healed.
I'm still facing Price.
It's okay, Steve. I just used Sweet Scent. There are no Pokemon in front of Jasmine's gym.
Crazy.
Dude, every time this... How can this Psyduck guy see you from like a million tiles away?
Just...
Like, I know to go in the grass, but sometimes I go down a bit too far, and then he sees me.
You know
It's
what?
like so far away.
I think I've just battled a lot of spinners this run. I just battled the Poliwhirl Machop run or guy, and you know what? That was like the difference between like Scott and my run too. Is like I think the spinners made a really big difference.
Yveltal? No, I'm not pronouncing it like that. That sounds wrong to me. I'll take Yveltal or Yveltal. I'm not saying Yveltal. Like, there are correct and incorrect ways to pronounce something. That is incorrect. Like, the other incorrect ways are also, like, Rayquaza and Arceus. Those are also not correct.
Interesting. I just got a crit on Steelix.
I was using Dig on this guy's poison types, and his Grimer decides to use Minimize, and I missed.
That's hilarious. I only use Dig on Mach.
I was just spamming.
I find that the only Pokemon that does not consistently live through returns, or sorry, the Pokemon that does consistently live through returns is only Muck. Ah, there it is.
All
There's
right, I need
minimize.
to use ethers.
I didn't even know that
They're on
Grimer had
back.
minimize.
Dude, oh, you probably missed on the same Grimer I missed on.
Oh no, I didn't miss. I was looking at the moveset on my overlay.
Oh.
Muck is very thick. I agree. Well, that was interesting.
Man, it's harder. It's actually kind of harder than I thought to open a can of soda with one hand
It is not.
without spilling.
No, that is a you and a coordination issue. It is not hard.
Well, my table is like, my desk is like a bit slippery. Like if I moved it weird, like it could like slide over.
Maybe I just have a lot of practice because I
You
am what
probably
you
do.
would call very, very obsessed. Oh, I don't know if anybody noticed yesterday, but I was in a lot of pain yesterday from I had gotten 2 fillings at the dentist yesterday, and I don't know if anybody knows anything about fillings, but they like poke you with a needle, and
They
even
gum your mouth.
yeah. But anyways, so like all the parts where they needled me like really hurt like the whole afternoon. Luckily, Pokemon is such a good distraction that like I didn't even really think about the pain.
Hey, first impression, one shots Meganium.
Woo. Finally a use for it.
Dude, I listed out like 5 other uses for it later, and you just didn't listen.
Again, just because
Yeah,
they're
well-
uses doesn't make it useful. I don't know how to say that better. But just because you can use it there doesn't mean that it's useful there. It just means that it's
Well,
it saves you a
so
single attack.
so what? What other of our moves can one-shot the Meganium? Nothing.
No,
First
it's
impression,
not
one
about
shots.
the one-shotting of the Meganium. It's not about the one-shotting of all of Erica's Pokemon. It's the fact that none of them are threatening. If none of them are threatening,
I mean,
then the
of
move
course
is
they're not
not
threats,
useful on the moveset.
I mean, it's okay. It's useful in saving time. How's that?
Yes, it is useful in saving time. But as
That's
far
what I
as
mean by
like,
useful.
well, it
If it can
depends.
save time or make something easier, then it's useful.
It depends
If
on
it
the
doesn't do
situation.
either of those things,
In a situation where like this, where you don't actually need the coverage, it's just helpful, then it's not very useful. But in a run where you need the coverage and you keep the move on your moveset and you shouldn't have, and then it's not useful. Like if you have five moves that are good and you choose to keep one or like executors and meganiums when they're not a threat, meanwhile like you
Dude.
need, let's say, a move for let's say Karen's, I don't know, you need a move for Karen's Houndoom and you kept it first impression when you could have kept, I don't know, a dig or a rock slide, you know, then dig or rock slide might have just been better because the Houndoom's actually threatening, whereas the Executor is never threatening.
oh, Harry Potter, thank you for the 249. I appreciate that. Okay, so you know what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say. I mean, some moves are more useful than others. Like what you're trying to say. I mean, this move isn't useful. This move is more useful. Can't you just agree they're both useful? There's no such thing as like the most useful move. You're either useful or you're not. It doesn't matter by how much. Just if you're
okay.
useful, yes or no.
I can say it's a quality of life improvement. It's not
quality
useful
of life improvements are useful.
because at no point am I ever being threatened by not having it.
Remember when I didn't have it and I was really upset?
I think that was more on you.
Probably.
Because I didn't need it. I could have used it a whole bunch of times, like you mentioned, the Espeon and whatnot, but I didn't need it.
I mean, yeah, you could have just two-shot it, but then again, like I said before, whenever you have to take more than one turn against something, it doesn't matter how low the chance is, there is always a chance something can go wrong.
Maybe.
So I think you're just going through what we call beginner's luck.
No.
Like, I didn't have that problem last time, so the problem doesn't exist. Why don't we just stop talking about this?
Okay.
All right. Radio tower's done.
I don't know how, but I saved time on Radio Tower. I'm on the executive right now, and you were a whole trainer and a half to 2 trainers ahead of me before.
When you say executive, you kind of need to be more clear. There's a lot of executives.
The final executive.
Oh, okay.
And you do have to go pick up return at some point.
I already did.
Oh.
I did that when I finished the underground section. Instead of escape roping, I went up the elevator to get return. Yeah, that's Archer in there. Yeah.
The question is, will I be 43 for Claire this time? Probably not.
In the next run, or in this run right here, I do actually plan on teaching rest.
What?
I had some really... My plan is to set up some dragon dances on the Pikachu. It kept paralyzing me over and over again.
Just
and I was only using
Swords
2
Dance.
moves throughout. How is Swords Dance going to prevent paralysis?
Half the amount of turns, and it always starts with charm, so half the amount of turns, and plus the first one doesn't count.
I could just be thinking, like, you know how I've had some runs where I would have a super unlucky first run, so I try to be overly cautious to run 2 when it wasn't necessary?
Yep.
That might be it.
Yep.
I mean, then again, like, I'm only using 2 moves for the whole fight, and it really doesn't cost time to get rest.
Oh, no,
just have
I
it as
didn't. I still get rest every single run. Like, every single run, even if I don't need it.
Then why'd you sound shocked when I said I'm gonna get rest for red? You also got rest.
It wasn't part of my strategy at all, even though it could be.
You still picked it up anyway, though.
Yeah, just because that's what I do every single run.
Alright, I need to use some rare candies for Claire. I'm not 40.
I just hit 42. I am definitely not going to hit 43, so...
Plus, I had a protein. I can use it. Alright. The executives are kind of forgettable. A lot of them, yeah.
Very. Hopefully I don't get hit by Dragon Breath and paralyzed this time. Last time I got paralyzed. Ridiculous. I don't know what the chance of paralysis on Dragon Breath is, but that was annoying.
I think it's 30%. My guess. I also did teach swords.
Good, because I think it was the right decision.
I mean, it's not like it would have mattered too much compared to, like, Dragon Dance. It's just going to save... It might be better on red overall just because you're spending less turns against the Pikachu, so there's less risk of bad things happening. So yeah, if you can just spend less turns on foes, that will help. Didn't forget the Dratini again. Nice. I feel like I'm playing good.
You're playing very, very good. You haven't made any mistakes so far because you're still one step ahead of me.
I made one mistake on Jazz. I was supposed to do the set up on Magnemite thing, but I forgot. And then in run 2, I just didn't get punished because I crit the Steelix instead of healing. So I kind of never got punished for it.
Bummer.
I had a feeling I didn't.
You just didn't pick up rare candies? That was interesting.
I already picked up Violet and Goldenrod.
You are absolutely way more ahead than I thought. Crap. I just flew to the wrong city twice.
Dang it. I realized I wasn't hugging the wall to the right to avoid that guy, but I didn't move in time. Oh well, he's a good trainer. These his Pokemon are one-shot.
Again, I think I'm still going to rare candy before the league. I think it was a pretty good strategy last time.
Honestly. I think I only used my rare candies on red last time.
Yeah,
I was
it was
trying
not
to experiment
necessary.
to see if I was trying to experiment to see if I didn't need them. You really don't need them.
I knew.
I just used them because I didn't use them earlier.
I knew with 147 attack and enough speed to outspeed his whole team, then red was going to be trivial.
Man, Magneton shiny is ugly.
I hardly know at all. Keep battling Bulbasaur girl, even though the first like 2 or 3 times I skipped her, I felt really proud of myself, and I haven't really been able to do it since.
It just goes straight down.
Easier said than done. No, going right. Going right, she always catches me.
Oh, I just realized. You know how you get +1 just for challenging the gym leader? It also applies to the Elite Four, too.
God,
Wow.
you're so far ahead. I'm battling Rapidash trainer.
I am hopefully not about to get a reset on Will. His Xatu lived in red health, confused me, and I hit myself 3 times. And I got a reset.
Did you know Magnitude can hit you underground?
Yes. You know what? I honestly kind of deserve that. I literally told myself I was going to use rare candies before the league, and I didn't.
I'm not gonna lie, that has never happened to me in my entire Pokemon career. I have never been hit by Magnitude underground.
Did it kill you?
No, but it did 50 damage before the rival. I had to battle 1 wild Pokemon because I was in the exact same XP predicament as the last run.
Okay, Will just gave me another reset.
Will? So
Yeah,
you're telling
I
me
hit
using all
myself-
of my candies before Will was actually the right decision?
Well, I used the candies too, and okay. The main problem was the Xatu lived in low health, confused me. I hit myself on the Jinx, and it hit me with Lovely Kiss, put me. So things just went out of control real quick. That's weird. His second one rarely ever uses Confuse Ray. Only the first one does.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna go ahead and do all my rare candies before Will. That was already the plan, but now I'm just gonna. Now I know it's useful. Also, I made a key mistake on Koga last time. I should have used 1 Swords Dance at the very beginning. Ariados is the least threatening Pokemon on the whole team, and I set up on the Venomoth, and that was not smart.
I was really hoping the fortress would blow up.
Why, did you use Dig on it?
No. Well, don't use Dig on that. It can use Protect. I was hoping it would save me some time. Oh my god. Do not do the toxic double team strat. Thank you.
Oh no, spikes.
Which one do you say always use Confuse Ray? The first one.
I agree. It does.
Yeah, at level 4. I think if you're level 48, you can guarantee the one-shot on it. So maybe I should have gotten in there. Honestly, me using 2 extra rare candies for Flare just to be the higher level, that caused me to be a slightly lower level for League. Either that or I should have gotten
Oh,
an
you
extra
used
candy,
2?
but
Interesting. I used 1.
so honestly, I think the fact that I skipped so many spinners was honestly a bad thing.
I doubt it.
I mean, Alright, I'm gonna test first impression. It one-shots Umbreon.
But now what about the Vileplume? What are you going to do?
I critical hit it.
I hate you. I think knocking out the Umbreon is bad in every situation except for crit.
Well,
'Cause you
I
can't
mean, I
knock out
one-shot
Vileplume. You just
everything-
can't.
I mean, what's it gonna do? Stun Spore?
Yes! That's literally the whole... What would you rather be? Sand attacked or stun spored? I'd rather be sand attacked.
No, I'd rather be paralyzed.
Stun spore has been the bane of my existence for way longer than sand attack in Gen 2.
I would much rather be paralyzed than have
The
a sand attack.
the speed thing is probably just the worst.
I mean, besides, even if I didn't one-shot it, even if I did get paralyzed, I think I still would have won. Because Murkrow, Gengar, and the Houndoom were one-shot. I could have just gotten unlucky, yeah, but... Okay, Lance. He killed me with Outrage.
Because you didn't go to the full +6?
I think I went to +4. I thought it was enough.
Oh, I went.
But I guess not. I have to use the +6.
How is that not your first reset? You were so far ahead of me, and yet you had 4 resets. That's crazy. Does that mean you
I
had
had
a
2
lot more
resets on-
risky strategy than me, maybe?
It wasn't really risk. I was not a high enough level for Will, which is why his first Xatu kept living and confusing me. And I died. And I had 1 reset on Jasmine, and let's see, 1 on Jasmine, 2 on Will, 1 on Lance. Wait, what was my 5th reset? I don't remember. I mean, this run's still going way better. Like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results so far. It's kind of funny. My run has actually resulted exactly the same as the first run. Actually, I've gotten less XP this run because I actually had to face 2 wild Pokemon before the league in order to level up.
That would have been a little... Oh, no, wrong.
Your overlay doesn't show you, so you wouldn't have known.
True. You know what's funny? In a lot of my runs where I feel like I've played horribly, it's usually in the Johto section. My Kanto sections are still pretty good.
I think
Kinda
that
weird.
everybody's Kanto section is actually very good. I think when Scott mentioned that if somebody is ahead in Kanto, they typically stay ahead. Like everybody's routing might be a tad different, but we're talking like 15 seconds at like the most. And quite frankly, the only thing, like, Kanto just doesn't have resets. That's the big problem. So whether somebody's strategy is 15 seconds faster than somebody else's strategy, does it really matter? Honestly, there's a strong likelihood that the leftovers could lose you those 15 seconds. I've actually started only using the leftovers on blue. Like, starting to use them at blue. Wait, did you already?
That has gotta be...
Did you skip Erica?
That has gotta... I don't you remember what my route is for Kanto? Saffron City, Lavender, Rock Tunnel, Power Plant. Then I do Erica.
Weird.
I was about to say, that's the fastest Rock Tunnel I've ever done. I swore I finished that in like 10 seconds.
Luckily, I skipped Magnemite guy, so I feel good.
I did too.
Dang it! Why? No!
Well, I didn't want to fight him.
The medium saw me. Dang it.
Oh, in the first run, both of Sabrina's mediums saw me. Both of them did.
Both of them saw me. Great. Quite frankly, the two mediums could literally be the difference between somebody getting to red faster.
Unless I encounter him too.
I think the mediums are like random, right? I think I remember asking Scott
They
that.
they are random spinners. I've seen how they work. I know for a fact they're random. Why did I do that?
Well, John just replied back to me.
Oh, about what? The game night?
No, I asked him if he would consider adding game dev to the Jackbox group, and that's the only dealings we'd have with him, because he was still a good person, even if he was really intense about the overlay.
Why the hell would you bring him back?
Just for gaming. That's it. Gaming only. He's just a guy that we play with games with. Because,
dude, he's freaking infuriating.
Oh well.
Don't you remember those chats that he had with me? Remember when he quit making the ROMs over a dumb dispute?
Yeah. That's all Pokemon related. I'm talking game night.
Still him as a person.
Game night
still him
only
as a person.
related.
That was still being him as a person. He did not have to be like that.
Either way, I haven't buried the hatchet with him, and I typically do that. So I don't generally.
If you ever invite him, I'm not doing game nights anymore.
Interesting.
I can't stand that guy.
Interesting.
Like, the channel and other things have just been more productive since he left.
Yeah, again, you're thinking of him in a Pokemon capacity. I'm saying as a friend capacity.
Well, I'll ask you this one question. Have you ever had an irritating coworker that you just hated on the job, but then off the job you were good buds? Has that ever happened?
No.
That's what I thought.
Again,
like,
you don't have to talk. You don't have to talk to him about Pokemon.
I don't even want to talk to him at all.
Well, I mean, it would just be for game night. That would be it. Like, you wouldn't.
I don't
Pokemon would literally never come up.
I don't even think he'd want to come back anyway.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what John says. Unfortunately, I actually can't message game dev because he's not in any group as me, and we're not friends anymore on Discord.
Yeah, that's how he settled little disputes. Like, unfriended us, and he left every single server.
I understand.
Ones where he was working on things, he left everything.
I understand.
Like, it's not just a Pokemon thing. It's a personal thing with him. Like, the fact that we went to other people to ask for help, he took that personally.
I understand.
Like,
that's all Pokemon related. I'm talking about from literal just game night. That is it. Just an extra body at game night who we can have fun with and does in fact know us for like questions and whatnot. That's it. You can leave all the Pokemon behind.
It's not the Pokemon thing. I keep telling you, it's not the Pokemon thing. I can't stand him as a person. I just can't. I mean, how people act as a person can get into how you work with them. It's not the fact that he was just upset about that. It was the way he acted. With everything else, too. It was a lot more than just that.
Well, I typically don't hold grudges, so we will see how he responds. Plus, always kickable again. Like argument, if he gets into an argument and you both get... I imagine if you guys just leave the subject be. Don't talk about Pokemon ever again.
I wouldn't. I would not, no. It's the way he treated me. I refuse to forgive somebody who treated me like that unless they apologize first.
So you do have...
Wait.
You do have a deal breaker. Or, well, an ice... you call it? Amending chance? Problem is, he won't apologize. I feel like I know him good enough that he won't apologize.
I still know who the kind of person he is. He's the kind of person, even if he did something wrong, he still finds a way to say it was our fault. And we try to tell him something's wrong, like with code, for example. He doesn't say like, oh, I'll take a look at it. I can't find anything. He straight up says, the problem doesn't exist. It's your fault. You're doing something wrong.
Again, that's all
That
Pokemon
kind of
related.
attitude.
What did you
It's
not
his
like him when we were doing
attitude.
game night?
It was his attitude. And if you keep bringing this up, I'm muting you myself again.
All right.
Also, during that whole thing, I encountered one of these Route 1 trainers.
Interesting.
Like, you're supposed to hug the right wall. Why wasn't I hugging the wall?
You were arguing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm gonna get this rare candy.
I've gotten every rare candy in the game except for the one. Well, technically two, because technically the other one is available.
I'm curious. Blaine's gym is technically a cave. I wonder if you can dig out of it. I know it would be a time loss at that point, but I actually want to try it. I'm gonna try it right now. You can't. Darn, that would have been so funny. I guess when he remodeled the cave, he's like, yeah, we need to close those escape rope points.
Can't escape from a cave? That's ridiculous.
I know, right? He renovated a cave to be his gym, but then he got rid of the escape rope functionality. How do you even do that?
Meanwhile,
Did you know Janine? Did you know Janine's Ariados still has Strength Shot?
interesting. Did you know you
I
can't
just
use
saw it.
dig on Crobat?
Actually, I did know that.
Interesting. It was news to me.
Remember how I told you there were no Pokemon in front of Jasmine's gym since I used Sweet Scent? They're not in front of Janine's gym either.
What? Where are these Pokemon hiding?
I know, right? Wow, Swords Dance Wing Attack actually kind of hurt.
Oh, I keep forgetting that you do it a very different way. I go to rock
Yeah,
first.
I know how you do it. Also, I did find another good use for First Impression. I used it to one-shot the Rhydon instead of Dig, because if I use Dig, there's the chance he might Earthquake and kill me. So there's one good use.
Yes, I did use dig last time, and that was a big regret. It did like half my damage too, which is crazy.
Well, I pause buffered the Beedrill guy incorrectly, so now I'm fighting Beedrill guy.
I
Darn.
luckily got around him this time. Whoa! Rhyhorn knows Earthquake. To let you know.
Wait, you're all the way at Brock?
Again, we literally just had this conversation.
I was just at it might have
We
honestly. It was
just had a
Beedrill guy.
conversation about this. We do things in a different order.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Oops.
Like literal, just that very moment.
Hey, haven't I always told you my short-term memory is not good?
Right.
You know this. Oh, you're actually going to gain a bit of extra time on me. I just realized I didn't fight Misty.
Oh, interesting.
The one disadvantage with teleporting right after you tell Misty to get back to work and you go back to the power plant, there is the chance you forget to go back and fight her. That is one problem with my strat. Oh well, it's just a simple fly trip. It's not that bad.
That was the difference between the two of us. Now we're basically at the same point. We're both probably talking to Oak right now. Unfortunately, you go through the Mount Silver way faster than I do. I have to think about every step. I saw Scott just like mow his ass right through the whole freaking cave.
That's funny. He tells me he doesn't like Rock Tunnel in the dark because it's. I think he said it was hard for him because he ends up bumping into walls a lot. I literally see him go through Whirl Islands in the dark, which I find kind of ironic. Also, whoever, you know how like when you get into the area of Red's room on Mount
Fuck!
Silver,
Fucked
lost
up
your
the
track.
whole room. I fucked up the whole room.
Ouch.
I couldn't. My rewind was so fast. I couldn't even tell where I rewinded to, so I just had to leave the whole room.
Oh,
Hate this cave.
how dare you use Charm to cancel out my swords? Whoa. You know how we said this is the most accurate Pikachu? He just missed 2 Thunders
Ridiculous.
in a row. That is ridiculous. I never see him do that.
1, 2, 3.
I'm impressed with that.
Oh, he got the paralyze. Dang it.
That's why I got rest as an emergency, just in case he did that. 10109.
I have gotten fully paralyzed every single opportunity. First impression literally would have worked, but I got fully paralyzed every single attack since being paralyzed.
Ow.
First impression's like the hack to get around being fully paralyzed. I was like, haha, sucker. It doesn't matter that I'm paralyzed.
I feel like if I played this better, this could be a contender for beating Swampert, but I mean, Will was pretty unlucky, and Jasmine, I straight up just played horribly with Jasmine. This
Yeah, I
thing
haven't
would need,
gotten
like,
fully
perfect
paralyzed
luck for the
since.
hour. I'll go ahead and put this on the leaderboard.
Oh, I'm not gonna get under 103, darn it. Oh wait, yeah, I will get under 103. Yes, 102.06.
Like,
Oh, I didn't get under 102. That sucks. So close.
on like 103, that's like an extra minute and a half.
Yep. Oh,
Level
so
62.
close. Either way,
Resets.
I didn't think I was gonna win either of them, so I'm happy I won one and almost real close to winning a second.
350.
All right, 102. Oh,
Well, this thing did really good, actually.
where am I? A lot of top contenders lately.
Second place. It beat Cleavor, and it only lost to Swampert.
I know it's
Wow.
4.
That's my highest ranked slow level up Pokemon. My previous highest slow Pokemon was Metagross at 105. This thing did awesome, actually. Honestly, early game 90 power move, first impression, and Dragon Dance, and Swords Dance, those moves really came through.
I mean, it's a good thing you got to negate that first run because you did not do good at all.
Look at that time save, 10 minutes.
Right. That is unlike you to be just that horrifically bad and then just knock off all the time. Like it never happened.
It happens more than you think. I always have huge time saves. There have been 2 exceptions, Azelf and Yveltal. Those 2, I literally have just run 1's results, just because of how bad my second run was. Every other run has been 2.
4th. My Gen 2 runs have been quite good. I
really hate how the game time progresses on this.
I have 6 of them under 103. I saw yours. I don't think you have a whole heck of a lot of them under 103.
I only have 4 that are under 103.
Yeah.
I don't have any 102s though, funnily.
Boy, it's kind of funny how
Alright.
they're all within a few minute range, even though the game is quite very like chaotic at the end.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute.
It's almost like there's a division here. I forget if Metagross had a setup move, but it's very clear which Pokemon have setup group moves, because I noticed, I think Blaziken had Swords Dance, I think Yveltal had, what did it have? Oh, it had Double Team. Yeah. Swampert had like Swords Dance or something. Haxorus also had Swords Dance. Azelf had Nasty Plot. I don't. Oh, Xerneas had that absolutely crazy one. That like increased like all your stats. I don't remember what Metagross, Blacephalon. So really, it goes down to setup move or no setup move. It could literally cost you upwards of 3 whole minutes. So setup moves in Gen 2. Oh, Geomancy. Yeah, that was it. So setup moves are real good. I was just explaining how my top 6, all of them had 2-stage setup moves. I don't remember what Metagross had, but everything below.
No, it had Hone Claws.
But that's a single stage setup move.
Yeah, Metagross didn't have a double setup move.
No, I'm saying everything above Metagross had a two-stage.
Oh.
I don't count Yveltal because Double Team is like unlimited setup.
So wait, Blaziken has Dance then?
It had, I'm pretty sure it had Swords Dance. I think Swampert also had Swords Dance, if not Amnesia.
It might have been Amnesia.
Regardless, it's kind of funny. You can see a division between two setup versus 1 setup versus bad 1 setup. So almost everything has a setup move because of Curse.
Yeah. Well, I try to backport a setup move. It's priority to have a setup move.
Yeah.
My second priority is have a fairy move.
Thank you guys for watching very much. I appreciate it. We will see you guys again tomorrow, where we will be playing with Ike the Killer, and we will be playing Iron Valiant, which also I believe has Swords Dance. So that'll be fun.
It does.
Have a nice night, guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.